Let's get it.
Should we let people roll in a little bit before we get into the?
Oh yeah, of course.
The goodies.
Let people roll in for a little bit. Back on set, live on Lake Street, the GMS show. What's going on with y'all? How y'all feeling? First,
part two, episode number 2.
We got to ask each other more often how we're doing.
You're right, we do, but can we wait until like I'm not in a crazy place in life so I can answer honestly?
Honestly,
I don't want to tell you.
You don't want to fake the fun.
I don't want to tell you how I'm doing.
You're like, I'm so good. You just fucking dying inside.
I'm all good.
I'm just making sure. See, that's why we got to ask how we.
How about
doing.
You? Are you good?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good, man. It's like if there's a problem in the horizon or a problem that's right now, man, it's put it aside, man.
No, that's a fact.
We doing some cool shit right now. We doing
shit. And I'm to be honest, I'm glad you say that because I'm too busy to like sit around being sad.
Yeah,
which is a blessing.
Yeah, because you keep yourself busy, but also you don't want to be the person that makes that a thing where you just get busy and then ignore. Yeah.
Well, I will just say this for the camera and for the people: I am actively in therapy. So, but
I applaud that.
I'm not gonna lie. 2 of my dogs ran away this morning.
Really?
And I had to cancel my therapy appointment today.
Did you? So
I found them.
Okay, I was about to say, man.
Yeah, I found them. What's funny is I left the house for like an hour. I was like, "Fuck this, I'm done. Whatever. I hope they survive." One of them's really smart.
I met one or both of them, right? Or one of them.
I got 4 now.
Oh damn!
So you probably did, but I got 4 now.
Holy.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were really like a dog guy like that.
I'm
like
an animal guy. I got chickens. I got dogs. I got a ferret.
Real? Oh yeah, you do have a ferret, bro. How's your ferret?
He thinks he's a dog, bro.
Well, that's because all he got is his bros around him, man.
We got him when he was like 6 weeks old.
Yeah.
And so he didn't know shit else. And then all of a sudden there's these dogs everywhere. And I just bro, he don't even eat dog food. He don't even eat ferret food. He eats dog food.
That ferret shit is for real. I had a kid back in middle school who had a pet ferret, and this big dude about my size was making fun of him for having a ferret. He wasn't playing, clocked his ass on the bus. He fell straight through the fucking aisle and shit. He don't play about his ferret, bro.
No, ferrets he's dope. And we don't keep him in a cage or nothing. He's a free range ferret.
That's dope though.
Yeah. He's even gotten outside before and like roamed around and then made his way back.
That's what you hope though.
He's just like the dogs, bro.
That's how you know they know it's home.
For sure. He definitely knows. Yeah. No, he knows where his bread is buttered at, for sure.
I like the t-shirt, by the way. Rest in peace to Lexi.
Hey, I'm glad you said that because for one, rest in peace to Lexi Alger, and 2, shout out to my dog Huncho. Oh, this Huncho shit, the gift
for sure.
This is his
that's dope
his
as fuck.
Design. Yeah,
Lexi was a really dope person, man.
I never met Lexi in person. Spoke to her like via DM and shit, but I never got to meet her in person.
I got to meet her one time, and it was when I did Shut Up and Rap for the radio station. She was judging, and literally before this is why I forever got love for her and respect for her forever. She walked up after I went, and there were still like 4 or 5 different people that had to go up, and usually the judges, they got to wait till it's over. She walked right up to me and was like, "Yo, you dope as fuck. I'm gonna let you know right now.
I don't care what's coming up after you. You got my vote.
Yeah, regardless if you win or not, you won to me." And exchange information and try to work on some shit. So it was dope, man. I'm sad I couldn't get the chance to work, but she was really dope, man.
Yeah, that's a tragic story of clearly a tortured soul, man.
Yeah,
that was
for sure.
That was a sad situation. Yeah, and not that I hate when people do this, but I'm gonna do it. But like immensely talented.
Oh yeah.
Not that matters as far as like that she passed away,
right?
But she was incredibly talented.
Super talented. There was a reason why a lot of the people gravitated towards her, especially like the big names and shit like that.
Yeah, she got a lot of support from a lot of people. She got the Meek Mill cosign. I think she got who was she? I don't know if she was managing her or not, but I know she worked close with Yes Jules.
Yeah, yep, she did.
I know there's also mixed reception about about Yes Jules these days too. But
what about her?
Oh, there was some. What was it? She had a situation on a podcast with somebody where it was like, was it Flip?
Queenswhip?
It might have been Flip. Whose podcast was that? There was some shit. I don't even remember what it was.
I think it was Budden.
It wasn't Budden.
It wasn't?
It wasn't Budden. It wasn't.
Oh, no. It was Rory and Maul, right?
No.
But Maul got the...
Maul was there. Maul was also a guest, I believe.
I'm pretty sure
on that podcast. Whoever's I think it was Queen's Flip, bro. I think it was Flip and some other guy. I don't know. Anybody in the comments that knows what I'm talking about. But she made some comments on that where people started to kind of like question her love or care for the culture and like started calling her a vulture. And
interesting.
That type of shit. But this was years ago. I don't really remember.
Yeah, I only remember recently that she like finally said something about like her not smashing LeBron. It's like, you should have been said that. It wasn't that was like a random like rumor that was just like popped up. It was like everybody was talking, like everybody at one point was talking about it. And
the one thing I'll say is if she has a personal relationship with Bron, chances are she probably has a personal relationship with his wife as well.
Yeah, that's what she said.
And if you know some shit didn't happen and they know some shit didn't happen, she don't really have to address it.
Yeah, but
she should, but she don't have. Like, if they're cool, if everything's cool over here with the people that are in the situation, fuck it, let them talk.
I think the reason why she did is because a lot of conversations started coming up about like athletes.
Is that LeBron's baby?
No. About how athletes basically like they're not faithful because more basketball players are like whoever, I don't know, some athletes was getting caught cheating on their wife and some other shit. Everybody was like, well, you can't put that on LeBron. And every time somebody says that LeBron and Savannah shit, niggas bring up Jules. So it's like, all right, motherfuckers, I gotta let y'all know.
I think that's LeBron's baby. I think
it's Bron. Wait,
I think it's a big cover up. I don't even think she's really with that dude. I think he's just a.
You know how we could tell though?
How?
It's gonna take some time. We're gonna have to let some time pass, some years pass. But how we know?
How we gonna know?
His head top. Once his head top start leaving, then we're gonna have to start questioning some
LeBron
shit.
has very distinct features, period, though.
Well, yeah.
So it'd be like Bronny got those features too. So
yeah.
I feel like we'll know soon.
We will.
She ain't posting a lot of pictures of that baby. So
some people lose their hair earlier in life. You know, we'll see.
Oh,
man. Was 12.
Hey man, we started with bullshit, but where we want to start, man? We got a lot. We got a lot of topics, man. I don't know where to start.
Well, I think for one, we should probably talk about the fact that you called it when it came to Drake's album last week.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to take too much credit because I did actually. Initially, I said he was going to drop it the week before when he was in Vegas.
Yeah.
So that was my initial call. I was wrong. But I did say that I think
after further investigation.
Yeah, it did seem like, I think
the braids. Drop
on the 20, yeah, it seemed like.
Which is crazy because I didn't even put two and two together. I just thought he was doing some, I'm the sixth guy type shit and just putting like sixes.
That's what he wanted you to do.
And then you deciphered the shit because somehow you're a fucking genius in that way.
No, I'm just a Drake stan.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. So let me put on my cape. I think this album is going to be a classic. I don't think there's any way it's not going to be. I think. I think it's going to be a classic.
Okay.
I think it's our turn to hate women for a while. They've been hating us for about this kind of, you know what I'm saying?
It's time we get to say bitch again.
Yeah, exactly. So the dogs are coming. And pause, and I'm with them. It's time. I mean, I got a couple of them out here right now. I got a couple of ladies out here right now. I've been telling.
Oh yeah.
Damn, I said it on a mic on the camera. If they're watching, I'm just kidding. It's just you. But yeah, I think. Man, the dogs are coming, and I put them on notice.
So you think this is gonna be Drake's? Because I feel like he's had like a semi-toxic album already.
Yep.
But is this his toxic era again? Like where he's coming in? Because Certified Lover Boy was like,
I think somebody broke his heart.
Why?
I think somebody broke his heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think somebody broke his heart.
And now he's on the phase of I don't give a damn.
And he's clearly on the prowl.
Oh my God, is he? Is he ever? That's the question I have. I have a serious question. I want to ask you. I'm gonna ask Chief, and I'm gonna ask everybody in the chat right now.
Yep.
Now, please pay attention.
Hold on. Gotta take my cape off.
Okay, yeah. Make sure,
yeah. Cape off. So
do you think Drake is a predator?
Yeah, I kind of do. I do a little bit.
Shall I explain?
Yes, please.
what type of predator I mean, because there are a few different types. There are the predators who will go out here and do the predator dangerous, I'm gonna assault and I'm going to do all this weirdo kook activity, and that's my predatorness right there. The other style, okay, which I'm learning while watching Drake, is the type of predator who will get in certain rooms or go into certain places or even post something, put something in a song just so he can have the opportunity to get to someone. Like, he will probably go as far as to go and, I don't know, make an appearance somewhere and walk in and be like, yeah, I'm doing this for the organization, but it's really so I can get to the target at hand.
I will say this is not the first instance that we've seen Drake do things like this. So I think that some of his behavior can come off a bit predatory.
Well, see, I say this because with the credit of you and Twitter, you posted a video of Drake walking into the Texas. Is this a basketball team?
The women's Texas Longhorns basketball
yes.
team. Yep.
He walked in there shaking everybody's hands. And I first saw it was like, man, that Drake really out here. That's cool. I like the rollout. You know, that's part of the rollout. I'm going to go and say what's up to them. And they going to all be hype about it. And
I do think it is cool.
Yeah, it is cool.
It
is dope as fuck. I thought that was cool.
It is cool.
But then Twitter did a little bit of investigation.
All right.
Right?
Yep.
So they posted this, right? It was like a huge chain. First, Texas women basketball posted the video of Drake coming in. Then somebody quoted it by saying, he saw their coach, didn't he? Right?
Wait, I didn't even see the coach.
Okay. So somebody quoted that.
Chief, can you please find the women's Texas Longhorns basketball coach?
Yes, please.
I need to know.
Somebody quoted that tweet, and there you go.
Well, hey, Coach Carter.
See?
The real Coach Carter.
The real Coach Carter.
Oh, shit. Look.
Drake is a menace.
Drake, I'm not mad at you. Texas Longhorns. If you look up Coach Sid Carter, Coach SYD Carter, that's her IG. That is interesting.
Yes, very.
Well, this is new information that I didn't have until just this moment. I'm not mad at it, for one. For two, I'm glad to see this the coach and not the players that he's prowling on like a dog.
He just had to go through the players to get to the coach.
My question is,
could
it be who's the Texas Longhorns rival? Because I need to know who their rival is, and then I need to know what their coach looks like. Because what if it's their rival's coach that broke his heart? And this is just dog activity.
I mean, unfortunately, I do not pay attention to college sports like that. I'm just going to say as a whole in general. I'm not going to be too specific. Say women's? I can't do that yet. I'm gonna wait for Drake to drop his album. Then I'm gonna go
hard. That's a good call. Now you're smart. You're smart for that.
So basically,
see, I thought you were accusing Drake of being in there looking for Amazons.
Oh no.
I thought you thought Drake was in there trying to climb some trees. And I was like,
No, I mean, now here's the thing. I wouldn't put that past Drake either. He does seem like the type that wants to experiment with different shapes and sizes of women. So
look at his baby's mom.
Right.
That was a little.
I wouldn't put it past him to try to shoot a shot at Elizabeth Cambridge and shit. You know, I don't know if you know who that is. But...
No, so you do pay attention because that's
that's WNBA.
Oh, okay. No, I don't. I gotta be very.
It's like you.
I'm gonna tread lightly on this.
Fuck it. If I have to put extra like remembrance on trying to watch the WNBA, there's absolutely no way in hell I'm watching women's college basketball.
Yeah, I just don't watch women play sports.
I'm sorry. I apologize. Women are amazing. They're superhuman beings.
For sure.
But when it comes to basketball, I'm sorry. I said what I said.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good on that. And also, women can't say shit because they don't support it either.
Well, that's
why the WNBA is broke and their best players getting paid $12,000 a year.
Well, see, that's the part, and people gonna think that we lying, but that's real shit. They are burning money every season. Yes. Motherfuckers they owe. Yeah, they talk about the WNBA players say we should be paid more. No, you actually owe the WNBA. Yeah. Y'all in debt, technically. Real, big debt. So it's like, yes. I mean, what are we doing here? Yeah. So the NBA could only help fund it for so long.
Yeah. So I don't want to hear women talk about. I don't want to hear that topic at all.
Yeah, nah.
Because y'all ain't at the games either.
Yeah, go out and support, man.
Yeah, fill up a stadium. Let me see the Target Center packed out for one of these Lynx playoff games.
Facts.
Then we can talk.
Because it's not like they don't deserve it. The motherfuckers winning championships, they balling.
Of course.
So it's like they deserve that support, but can't leave it up to us. Motherfucker, I don't run promotions over there.
Ain't no dunks.
Y'all got to do something else. Y'all got to do some half court shots. Some shit, do some trampolines.
There ain't no there ain't no dunking going on.
Pyrotechnics, motherfucker.
Even Brittany Griner does like the one-handed, like
they think they slick. They lowered the rim like half an inch or half a foot.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Honestly, that's the fix.
Yeah.
Drop it to 8 feet. Shit, 7 feet. I'm not even bullshitting. Like
I'm not either.
Drop it.
I want to see some tricks.
Bro, get some of these bitches out here doing 360s, and we might watch women. Get them out here throwing down 360s, and we might tune in. We might. I probably would. I would. If somebody announced right now, WNBA just passed a league rule of dropping the rims to 7 feet, so get ready for some dunks. I'm watching tomorrow.
Yeah,
like 100%.
And then they gotta immediately go to organizing the dunk contest and all that shit. I mean, it'll be fun
for sure.
But that's the thing. They gotta understand social media. That's gonna go viral. Even though people gonna be talking shit and be like, "Why? Oh, look, they gotta lower the rim." So what? They had over 1 million some people watching at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Get the views up.
You ever seen the revenue? You ever seen a golf course?
Yeah.
Men and women don't hit from the same tee. Women's tee is like
it's like do.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
You ever seen women's baseball?
Now,
no, but you've seen women's softball. That ball's
them motherfuckers be.
They throw it hard, but that ball's a lot bigger.
Yeah.
So
they got cannons over there playing softball, man. I don't even know. Like, that's the crazy part. It's already hard enough to practice just a straight up pitch and try to like.
Now you gotta watch it whirl. Now you gotta watch it whirl around a couple times.
Right. Oh, you gotta watch somebody do a whole 360 and let that bitch go. Yep. Accurate too.
Oh my God.
Vicky, who is that?
Please don't show that bitch.
Oh no!
I saw the BBLs everywhere. I was like, oh, what's going on here? And then all of a sudden I saw a leg fold up like a fucking folding chair all in the wrong direction. I was like, wow,
right.
This happened.
And that's the thing. I don't think she would have broke her leg if she didn't have so much ass. Bro, that shit is weighing her down.
I don't know why. She didn't even do nothing. She just like took a step.
Yeah,
that shit was crazy. Disgusting. And I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know who Nicki Minaj was before.
At all. I thought when I see some footage, I was on Twitter. Once again, Twitter being one of the best places to be.
Isn't it called X now?
I said, huh? Well, yeah, I fuck Elon Musk. It's Twitter. Seeing that Nicki Minaj video is crazy. When I seen Nicki Minaj, I'm like, oh, it's some Pinot, man. There's somebody twerking. I ain't know somebody breaking their whole leg. Fuck that.
Yeah, worse shit.
I hate seeing that. I hate seeing it for some reason. Like I can't watch it like that. Who is my guy from?
OG one.
That's the one that like everybody for the first time fucking leg.
Oh no!
Well, that like kind of like really like went.
It was literally his leg.
Hyperextended.
It was so bad. Yeah. was so bad that Lawrence Taylor, the guy that tackled him and did it to him, immediately you remember the dude, the Louisville player, the Louisville basketball player? I forget his name was Kevin something. That one.
Oh yeah, that was the one that came straight through the top.
Rodgers and the Jets, man.
Hey man, hey, I said this the other day. Green Bay as an entire organization and as a city must be investigated for witchcraft, because ain't no way that just happened to that man like that. And some people was like, oh, that'd be stupid because then they lose first round pick. Man, they don't give a damn. You ever heard of somebody say, oh, if I can't have you, nobody can.
Bro, and not only that, but let's add insult to injury. Jordan Love, the kid that took over for Aaron Rodgers,
yeah,
looks like he's going to be great.
Oh yeah,
yeah. He fucking
because they went on to win the game, right?
He stomped all over the Bears.
Yeah, see, yeah. Well,
and his number one receiver was hurt.
It is the Bears too.
It's the Bears, but I'm just saying, like, the kid looked good.
They rebuilt it.
Somebody in my group chat was like something about, yeah, it looks like we might have another one, and it said, because we're all Vikings fans except for one guy.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, it was like, bro, we've been dealing with this shit for 30 years. We're not sad or upset. Like, we're just rolling our eyes and going, of course,
right,
this is going to happen.
Right.
Already with fucking Jordan Love for the next 10, 15 years,
Facts.
Kicking our ass. And I mean, it's just, at this point, it is what it is. And would it surprise you? If Jordan Love became like a perennial Pro Bowler, like one of the greatest quarterbacks in NFL history, like, it wouldn't surprise me.
That'll be a stud. Now they had they're already starting a documentary on him right now.
Like, really think about it. We've been dealing with
one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play, got down at the moment where the Jets needed him the most. And who stepped in? Jordan Love. Fucking came through and just all this fucking pyrotechnics. And
I mean, what's crazy is, like, I've always had sort of some disdain for Aaron Rodgers just because, I mean, he does seem like he's a bit of an arrogant prick. I think we've learned in the past couple of years, if you paid attention, like, he might not be all that bad, or maybe he's just aged gracefully. Because I didn't hate him. Like, I watched, Hard Knocks with the Jets.
Wait, did you? You said you don't hate him, right?
I don't hate him.
You hate him?
I don't hate him as much as I used to.
I thought you said because I hate him. I hate that motherfucker.
As much as I used to. I still don't love him, but
it's like, damn.
I don't hate him as much as I used to. And I was kind of pulling for him.
Yeah.
I was kind of excited to see, more so for the Jets, because, like, the Jets are in the same boat as us. Just it never happens for them. Every year is the year, and then it just doesn't happen. So I'm like, it'd be kind of cool to see it happen. And then,
well, speaking of legendary quarterbacks, you think Tom Brady finna take up a?
He can't.
No, not in the NFL.
Okay.
Do you think he could be able to try out for the big three? Basketball.
Tom Brady?
Tom Brady.
Is that a talker? Is that someone saying that?
Bro, you didn't see that video of Tom busting them 3-point shots, fam?
No.
Bro,
I'm not surprised.
Bro, he was going. I was like, wait, this can't be stiff ass Tom Brady.
I had no idea.
Yeah, bro. Tom Brady was knocking buckets.
I had no idea.
I gotta find this. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, bro. That man was doing work.
Let me see. Let's see. We need to fix our TV. God damn it, I forgot about that.
Hey, but you was right though. That motherfucker said that motherfucker didn't move an inch. Motherfucker hanging on my dear life.
Okay, Tom. Looking like Dirk Nowitzki.
You see that shit? I say that would probably be one of the biggest things in Big Three history if Ice Cube was to reach out and say, "Hey, man, because don't they do a Big Three celebrity game? Because they had like Gillian on them. I think they did that already.
Is that their shit? I didn't know that.
The Big Three celebrity game. I think they had that already.
Who was Gilly? Gilly was given to somebody. Was it
God.
Was it NLE Choppa? I think it was NLE Choppa.
One of them. I mean, Gilly be busting people ass.
I think it was Choppa. Choppa pissed him off, and then Gilly was like, "All right."
Gilly's a cold. He's cold. I didn't know Gilly was that cold the past couple years.
Yeah, he's not capping. When he talks that shit, like on a podcast about how good he is, he's not capping.
He got a J, bro.
Yeah, no, he's good.
Like I would dead ass get that man on my team first, just so I know I could secure the 3-point right
for
there.
sure. No, that's a fact. He can hoop. He can really hoop. I think it was Chop. I'm pretty sure it was Annalie Chop because Annalie Chopper can play too.
That shit blew my mind, man. I thought Tom Brady was really just strictly all football because that's pretty much.
I mean, if you know, like athletes like that, bro, it just translates.
Just freakish.
Ooh
wee.
Well,
ooh wee.
I mean, I've been pretty vocal about how much I love Tax, and it's a big part of the reason why I do what I do. You know, he was one of the guys that was on the come up when I really found podcasting.
Yeah,
he was on the Loudspeakers Network, you know, which was my guy Combat Jack and Alex Moreau. You know, so I don't know, man. Like, it's a weird situation because I love Joe too, but I guess for anybody that doesn't know, I mean, I don't even remember exactly what happened, but Joe said something a few podcasts ago about, God damn it, I should have wrote notes on this because I don't even remember what the initial issue was. But he said something.
It was I didn't catch it because I didn't know that, you know, there was any problems between them two.
Well, I don't think that there was. It was similar to kind of like what Joe's got going on now with how he said he didn't like the Cardi and Megan song.
Oh yeah.
You know, they're talking about he's trash, and it's like, no, he's just giving an opinion. And it was similar. Whatever he said, I don't remember what he said. Chief, you remember what he said? Something he said something about Tax that was kind of just in passing, and it wasn't disrespectful, but then a worker. That's right, because which is true. He worked for Loudspeakers Network, which all of the facts have come out now about what they were getting. They were getting like a small percentage of the money, the YouTube money.
Yeah.
Like they weren't getting a lot of money over at Loudspeaker because it was new. Podcasting was new.
And when Joe speaks on business, I don't think he'd be trying to like slight people like that. I think he'd just be speaking like factually. And he knows what situation.
And he knows when he's talking about the music business and he's talking about the podcast game, he knows what he's talking about.
Now I remember what you're talking about. I don't remember exactly. Like, yeah, he said he called him, or, you know, basically said he was a worker.
Yep.
It wasn't that
it was because they were talking about how they asked Joe if he wanted to come join Loudspeaker, and he turned down Loudspeaker because he thought that's not.
And the conversation kind of was based around like why certain things were happening because of the people that control it.
Yes.
Tax didn't have control over Loudspeaker. So that's why he said what he said.
But, and he honestly shouldn't have. Like, Tax was very new. Like, Tax didn't podcast for very long before he went away.
And that's a sad thing too. I think people got to remember, like, Tax is locked up right now. So the only thing
30.
Yeah, and the one thing he has right now is, I mean, that's connected to the world is social media. Yep. And I mean, I obviously don't know the stipulations behind his, you know, him being locked up and him being able to use a phone or him being able to, like, you know, use Twitter or whatever. But I mean, all he has right now is his opinion on certain things.
What I heard is sometimes guys can get special privileges and have a phone. He might have a phone. Yeah. The other option is he has somebody running his account and he's able to send emails.
Okay.
So he can email somebody saying, hey, put this tweet out there.
Which is wild because it's like, I mean, really, it really would be the last thing I would think about. But that's just from the outside looking in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? For somebody that's really in there, it's like, this is probably the one thing that keeps him occupied or keeps his mind off of going crazy. Like, he got to stay in tune with what he was doing before he.
It's true, but also, what are you keeping alive, bro? Like, you got 30 years on you.
That's another thing, though.
It's not like you're about to keep your motion for 30 years and then get out and start the Taxstone podcast again.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
but then that's also if he does the actual full 20.
The 30, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I don't know, but essentially at the root of it was Joe, again, words getting him in trouble.
Yeah.
Right. Calling him a worker that sounds disrespectful. I don't think he meant it disrespectfully. I think it was just the truth. But then Tax went off, and I don't even remember what he said. Do we have can we pull up the tweet?
Tax's tweet?
Yeah, Tax's tweet. Taxstone, Joe Budden tweet. Oh, no. I don't want that.
Tax been going in, though, on Joe. I mean, even though I agree with where Joe is coming from, Tax, like I said, that's all Tax got is his thoughts right now, where he at. Besides, like, his whatever daily activity he has, if he has that, where he is. That's all he could think about is everything that's going on the outside and responding to certain things that's happening. So if anybody says anything, like that's why I think that he probably, and this is my opinion, I think he probably would have got less time if he wasn't actively speaking on the case through Twitter. I honestly feel that way. I think because of how he was saying things to the public and how he was forming everything because I mean, if I'm his lawyer, I would definitely want him to shut the hell up on social media talking about the case at all. But he didn't feel the need to do that. And I feel like that kind of gave him a little bit of a harsher sentence because he was putting too much information out there about.
I think what you're saying right now is a big problem in the world in general. Because, and it's not just saying things from being locked up or whatever. So let's go back to Tory and Meg.
Okay. I just started that documentary today.
Meg honestly tried to shoot Tory bail. If you remember.
Yes.
She tried to protect him.
Yeah.
I had forgotten about this.
Yeah.
She tried to keep his ass out of jail by not telling. He told on himself by talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
He's the one that brought it up. She didn't. And then finally she snapped and was like, all right, I'm sitting down with Gail.
And guess
Tory
why?
shot me.
And guess why? Guess why they both did that?
Why?
Because social media was telling them shit about a situation only them four knew about.
Exactly.
And they felt the need to prove something to social media who had no idea about what was going on.
I mean, I'm not going to put that on Meg because the fact of the matter is, I don't think she was going to try and throw his ass in jail. I don't think
she didn't press charges. It was the police did that because of how everything transpired.
If Tory would have just shut the fuck up,
he
might not be locked up right now.
He had to move smart. Tory has and I swear to God, bro, I said this when this shit first happened. I said, if what happened is true, only two things can be true of this situation. Either Tory did not actually do it like he said he didn't, or he's a complete psychopath. And then
leaning towards psychopath.
but see, now then we got to the whole case and them doing all this shit in court. Then I just got hella confused. And I was
I'm still confused.
I was like, wait, so do they actually think he did it?
Well, what was he charged with? Wasn't he just charged with unlawful
discharge of a weapon
of a firearm,
and I think having a legal firearm and some other stuff?
So he didn't actually get charged with shooting her, technically.
Well, okay, so
did he get an assault charge?
He got no. He got a charge basically like discharging a firearm and injuring somebody in the process. So basically saying like, yes, he shot at the ground, but as doing that action, he shot somebody else, or you know what I'm saying, in that case. So regardless of however it happened, whether he directly shot her or not, she got hit somehow and he has to take the rap for it, which I agree. Like if that's the case, if you just shooting at, first of all, why the fuck is you shooting at the ground? I get it. You 4'8", soaking wet, 150 pounds, but nigga, walk away. Walk away. Get the hell out of Dodge. But when you drinking and you doing all this extra shit and you feel, this is my theory. I feel like, because I know a lot of dudes like this. Dudes who smashing one girl, start smashing another girl, and especially if these two girls know each other, some of these motherfuckers kind of like that toxic shit where they feel like they gotta like regulate some shit.
That's God complex.
Hearing the story how it happened, he could have stayed at Kylie Jenner house. Matter of fact, think about that.
Why didn't he?
He could have been balls deep in a billionaire, but decided he wanted to go regulate between two friends because he was smashing them both. That is some toxic shit.
Wasn't there a story?
What? Bird 95, who that is?
Bring him in. He's the guy that he's the original Louis Blaze.
Oh yeah?
He started dissing everybody in the city. Including me.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Well, yeah, I mean, shit, it's up to y'all. Get him on if you want.
We can bring him in.
Oh yeah. For sure. I'm down with whatever.
He's wrong though. We don't need to do no Minnesota news. Don't nobody care about that shit.
Who said that?
Unless
you said it?
Bird 95. He could be our Minnesota news correspondent.
Oh yeah, we just switch it over to him.
Yeah, bring him in. Yeah, bring him in. Come on, Bird. Let's go.
Maybe you take the heat.
Yeah, bring him the tea. I do have one Minnesota story we got to.
That's all I'll say. He gonna take the heat. He can talk about it.
Let's see if he. Let's see. Bring him in. Let's see if he brings it up. Then I'll say. Then I'll have my jokes.
I am watching that documentary though.
I haven't started it. Wasn't there part of that story though? Is that they initially did leave and left Tory behind, and that they came back to get him.
Yeah,
that is what happened, right?
Yeah, that's why I said he had a lot of choices that night, and I know he kicking himself in the ass by not staying at that house, bro.
Do you think that Meg just stomped back into the house, picked him up by his shirt, and like
a stallion, she galloped into the house,
like brought him outside? Get you.
No, okay, so that's another thing I said. Think about that too. We got to think about this, man, because not every woman, and I'm not saying this that Meg is the problem or she caused what happened. What I'm saying is you got to think about it realistically. When women are angry, and on top of that, when they are intoxicated, they also don't make the most logical decisions. Not just women. So when she left,
let me shoot you some bail. It's not just women. That's anybody.
Yes, it's anybody. But I'm saying I'm just talking in relationship,
not for sure
aspects. Yep. Because we're talking about people that were sexually involved.
Yes. As far as we know.
Yeah. She leaving.
She said no.
She wanted him to stay with.
She told Gail they ain't never.
Yeah, but I don't believe that. I don't believe that. We know Tory was jumping in the air trying to get it in, motherfucker. We know all that shit. That motherfucker, she had to. They always had to do it on the floor. They couldn't. He couldn't do it on the bed. He couldn't hit it from the back. He was too small.
You think he jumped on her back?
Yeah, I think he was jumping up in the air and just letting it go in and then coming back out, just jumping. Yeah. Oh, shit. Yeah. And she ain't never had that before, so she thought that was cool. And she was telling her friends about it. See, that's another thing. Women, stop bragging to your friends about how good your man's PP is. They are only going to get curious.
I want them to keep doing that.
Okay.
Ladies, keep doing that, please.
But don't get mad when your friends start trying to act too extra with your man and all types of shit. You the one that's leading them to the water so they could drink.
I agree with that.
You know?
So keep telling your friends, but don't get mad when we fuck them.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's only right. It's only fair.
She just never went back, man.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I'm leaning more towards Tory's guilty.
Yeah, I am now too.
And I really don't want to victim blame because she got shot.
Right.
She got shot.
Right.
But she ain't innocent.
No, none of them are. Because
what's the golden rule? For every action, there's a reaction.
Mm-hmm.
If I walk up to you outside and I flick you in the forehead and you pull out a knife and stab me, I can't really be mad at you.
No.
I flicked you in the forehead.
You can be surprised all you want, but motherfucker, be surprised and you bleeding.
Exactly.
You gotta figure out you gotta figure out what you're gonna do after that.
Exactly. So she ain't innocent.
No.
I don't know what he didn't just out of nowhere just.
And I think the aggressor of this whole entire situation, the reason why it even happened at all, is the one person who has just escaped out the back door. Like everybody, all the bullshit going on. She caused all the shit. Everybody in there fighting, people pulling out knives, pulling out guns, and she just skipped right out the back door. That's how I see it, man.
There was a long time where I was convinced it was her.
Yeah, I was too.
I'm still not
entirely convinced that it was her. I think she let off the initial shot, and I think that Tory
took
the gun from her because she said he put hands on her, whatever the case may be. Why would he do that with it? I mean, the only thing I know of is if there's a gun involved, and man or woman, if I feel like I'm in danger of getting shot, I'm going to protect myself.
You know what? Meg is a real one. Now that we broke this down, Meg tried to protect everybody. And she's the one that caught the bullet.
Mm-hmm.
And she tried to protect everybody.
I just think it happened at the wrong time.
Shout out to Meg.
It happened at the wrong time.
I just became a Meg fan.
Think about you'll come back next week with a stallion shirt.
I might.
Nigga, with this situation, I think it's a learning moment for a lot of people because whatever era you're in is how people are going to take the situation. We in like the red pill era.
Yep.
When all that shit going on, the Fresh and Fits, Kevin Samuels and all those guys, and all of a sudden, boom, there's this crazy rumor that a man shot a woman. So now inevitably you're going to have a bunch of men and women arguing and, you know, fluctuation of both or whatever. It was just a bad time. I think people actually would have majority been on Meg's side if we weren't kind of in that toxic era of kind of men versus women.
We're also all locked in the house.
That too. And we also think that our opinions actually mean something, like they actually worth something on the internet.
You're right. And actually, now that I think about it, that being locked in the house really fucked everything up.
Oh,
because everybody had time on their hands.
Yeah.
Way more people were commenting. Way more people were giving their
They said over 1 million podcasts were started in 2020.
I believe that.
And I was like, it makes a lot of sense. Yeah. They couldn't do shit. It was like, fuck it. I gotta interact with society. I have to do something.
What was the TikTok that got it was that fucking song. Bored in the house and I'm in the house bored.
Yeah.
That was everybody.
That was literally everybody.
Everybody. I wasn't bored. I'm not gonna lie. I enjoyed the fuck out of quarantine. I had a great time.
I thought it was for, you know, the whole working class of everybody, because I had to quit my job during that time because of how messed up it was. Like, as far as the regulations, it's like, oh, if you were in contact with somebody and you don't know if you have it or you do know you have it, regardless, you got to stay out of work for 2 weeks, no pay.
You getting the new vaccine?
I did not.
They about to drop some new shit.
I haven't.
I heard you get a free vaccine with for all the dogs.
Oh my God!
Drake album. You buy Drake's album.
See, then we go see Dr. Umar and RZA Islam and shit. Talk about some. Don't you get that Drake album? You see what they doing?
And he's Canadian.
A bunch of
he's
right.
Not even American. He's not even American. Look what he's trying to do. And he never discusses black issues. And here he is selling his album with the free vaccine, the new shit, the new hot shit. I'm getting
for all the dogs. That's what he meant too. We thought it was for all the men out here. Like, oh, he finna uplift us. Nope. He said, no, this shot is for all of y'all. All of y'all got to take it. This for all the dogs.
Yep. Now they are dropping a new one, or it might already be out. I don't know, but they're saying the new booster. Get
hella variants, just like they have hella variants of the virus going out. They got hella variants of this.
Oh, we're going back. I fully believe we're going back in lockdown.
I was just talking to my guy about this. Happen again. Our bro Food, man, he literally right before I walked into this fucking building, this motherfucker said, I think we gotta go back to wearing masks, bro. And I was like, God,
it's gonna happen. They've already done it.
Because he's not the only person that just said that over the past week, bro. Yeah. Everybody been saying that.
Yep.
And I'll be damned, bro. Did we not learn from the first? This is not me being this or that anti anything.
No, we did
not. Nothing was taught to us during that time that it did not. It didn't work, bro.
Hey, drop a comment on there that says, comment if you're getting the new vaccine. I need to talk to somebody that's gonna get it.
Who getting the remix of that vaccine?
Who's getting the remix? I need to know. Yeah, I mean, there's no time will tell, but I do think they're doing that slow roll.
Yeah.
That, oh, by the way, new variants. Oh, another booster. By the way, we're coming up on election season. I mean,
every time there's election season, there is something that happens that's very drastic.
Yep. You see the Mexicans pulling up with alien corpses?
Oh yeah, they pulled them out of some fucking ancient boxes and shit. They had them in there all nice and snug on some silk sheets and shit.
Look just like ET.
Yeah, he's like,
might be real. I don't know.
It's like, oh, something's about to happen. Let's throw some more aliens in the mix.
Some shit is definitely about to happen.
Why would they just decide to do that now? That's the thing. Like, well, I think you had this shit going on. It didn't take the U.S. to confirm that it was real for somebody else in a different spot to do some shit.
Mexicans try to go viral.
Yeah, they tried to, and they did. They sure as hell did.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with it too. I'm gonna say they real. I'm gonna give them names and all that shit.
Yeah, I didn't watch was there actual context to it, or was it just them unveiling?
They unveiled it. I didn't hear what they called them, but I'm gonna call them Pookie and Darnell.
Okay.
Pookie and Darnell got revealed to the world today.
But was there any context to it? Was it like, hey, we've been had these for
They said
while?
They had the motherfuckers on ice.
Wow.
Just been chilling for years.
You saw Kim Jong-un pull up to meet with Putin?
Really?
Yep.
Did they smoke or something? What the fuck they meeting up for? What they want?
I don't know, but
they in cahoots.
It's a little scary.
See, that's I don't like that, man. A lot of these niggas pump faking, man. Just send the nukes already, man. I'm tired of being in limbo. I'm tired of y'all fucking with us, man. Just do it already. Y'all motherfuckers crazy. I can't. Yeah, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of having my life be in the hang up because these dudes with all this power got the ability to press a button and have a whole world war go on, man. It's like we just in the palm of their hands right now.
I just don't like that Trump wasn't there. Like, I feel like those
that's
two are
true.
Link
that would have been a dope photo op.
That's the real big three.
It is.
That's the real big yeah, that's the real big three right there.
They got a group chat.
They 100% they got a group chat for sure. And Obama been trying to get in there for years.
Hell no, they ain't letting his ass up in there. They say he be leaking information. Obama a stitch.
Sorry, Bear. Sorry, Bear. No go.
They said that nigga. They said Barry crazy. We can't have him over here. Them over. He done dropped bodies all left and right his whole term. 2 terms.
They said, we've seen the drone videos.
Yeah.
You're not allowed. You're not invited. Yeah, bro, I don't know. That shit scares me. I'm not going to lie. Those two linking up scares me because those are the two biggest psychos on the planet.
Yeah. They are unhinged.
Unhinged, out of control.
And we don't even know if Kim Jong is it. See, that's the thing.
It's Kim Jong.
No, but what's the ending? Because it's like there's Kim Jong Un, Kim Jong Il, Kim Jong Fu, Kim Jong Lai, Kim Jong. You know what I'm saying? Like, which one are we at now?
Kim Cattrall, Kim.
Yeah,
Lil Kim. I don't know. All of them. I'm not sure. I think Kim Jong Un is the senior member. Okay. He's the one that took over for his pops. Or whatever.
Right.
I have no.
But it was weird because he was kind of in limbo for a minute. They kept reporting that he was like on his deathbed, and like the next day he show up all cool and shit.
Said the same thing about Putin too.
Yeah, like
Putin was bleeding out of his asshole. Yeah, colon cancer.
That's why I'll be thinking they just be lying to us about shit from overseas,
100%,
just to get us to be like, oh wow, yeah, let's 100%. Cheer and be amazed by somebody almost kicking. Yeah,
it's just them trying to. It's a temp check,
right?
It's a temp check, and I'm waiting for Donnie to try it. He's gonna try it.
He's gonna get elected again too,
for sure.
He's gonna get elected again too. I seen what you was talking about last week.
Yeah, now he's out of here.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
He's way ahead light years in the polls. Yep. Y'all they try, and I think that was on purpose too, because they know how controversial he is, because they know that the public fiends to hear something either negative or wild about Trump, that it's like, all right, this dude, this old motherfucker over here who keep taking naps every 5 minutes, it's not entertaining. I mean, we need somebody that's gonna keep everybody. We've had the public figure out more about the things we don't want them to in recent years than we ever have. They weren't thinking about that when Trump was in office. They was only focused on him, race, and all the other shit. If we want to get away with doing XYZ behind the scenes, we need to get this motherfucker back in office.
You're probably right.
Yeah.
You're probably right, because you're right. So, like, whoever he's got guarding the vault ain't paying attention.
Exactly.
Aliens are out here. Like, I mean, like, company secrets are being leaked.
And I'm not mad at it either, man.
Sleeping.
I don't have the same attitude I did back when he was in office. I think just because everything was so heavily racial and everything was so what it was, I felt like I always had to like defend my people. It wasn't even like I felt like I got to go at Trump. It was like I felt like I was constantly having to defend my people. And I thought about it like, damn, this is like exactly what they want us to do.
Yep.
It's crazy.
I have enjoyed the peace and quiet though.
Yeah, I mean, until you realize what's actually going on, then you be like, oh shit.
Yeah, I mean,
this is why
he's gonna win. He's gonna win again. I mean, I think the nail in the coffee. Did you see Kamala Harris's comments?
No, I saw her dancing to fucking. I forgot what they were listening to. I forgot what song they had.
Wasn't it Boosie? I think it was Boosie.
Was it Wipe Me Down?
I think it was, bro.
Whatever she was doing, she was over there gyrating them hips.
Yeah.
She was over at she have a cabana or some shit, whatever the fuck she was at. She
was celebrating.
She was not giving a damn about what was going on in office.
Celebrating 50 years of hip hop.
Yeah, she was. Oh yeah, that was the 50. Yeah, the 50 year.
I think it was the Panda Awards.
Yeah,
I think it was.
Yeah.
I think that's
all aboard.
Yeah,
the Panda Express, man. That's what they really be doing.
Yep. Yeah, because she looked like she had never listened to rap in her life.
Man,
I don't know what was going on there, but I was a little
she was
perplexed.
She was over there dancing like, what's that dude name, man? I can't think of him. What's one of the what is a constant person that always shows up whenever there is a legal battle that has to do with racism? What's my man's name? He said Mice.
Mice.
Al Sharpton. There we go.
Okay, Al. Yeah. Okay.
Al Sharpton.
I mean, Mice is he's definitely
my son is Al Jr.
He is also, yeah. I mean, he's also there every time too. He's there. They might carpool. I don't know.
You ever seen this might be something you need to pull up. You ever see Al Sharpton do the sneeze, cough, burp?
No.
That is that is the funniest video in the world. I never seen nobody sneeze, burp, and cough at the same time, and then act like it didn't happen immediately afterwards. He just kept talking like, bro, we saw that. You threw up in your mouth, dog. You can't just play that off. Motherfucker swallowed it and kept going. And another thing, it's like, no, bro, you need to drink a water. You need to go spit or something, motherfucker. That was the craziest shit.
We all saw you, man.
Bro, we saw what happened, and we heard it. He was mic'd up. That mic was right under his Adam's apple. All you heard was a bunch of gurgling and shit.
Oh my God. Oh, I need that video. I'm gonna post. That's getting a post.
Yes.
I had no idea. I don't think I ever saw it.
That is the funniest thing in the world.
But
bro.
Back to the Kamala thing. She was on some interview talking about, oh, we're gonna win. There's no doubt. The people have spoken, and I was like, why would you say that? You just made it worse.
When did she say this?
It was on some interview like earlier this week. I don't even know who she was talking to, but she's like, oh no, we're gonna win.
They in denial.
It's over. And that made it worse.
Now, oh shit.
I might vote for Trump now.
Well, here's the thing.
I'm kidding.
No, but here's the thing. If they are actively reporting about Trump leading in the polls by a landslide right now, right? Mm-hmm. But here goes Kamala Harris saying that, oh, we're gonna win for sure.
Yep.
Only two things can be factual about this situation then. Either they think Trump is actually going to get locked up and go to prison, in which I don't know the stipulations behind that. I keep hearing people say you could still become president if you get behind, but I don't think that's like, how the fuck you gonna run the country if you in prison? I mean, I get if you had charges on you and you could still run and still win, but if you get locked up, I don't think.
I'd have to fact check this.
Yeah, we got to fact check
but
that.
If you go to jail and he's actually behind bars, but he still gets the votes and wins, can he not just immediately pardon himself?
You're right, actually. You're actually right about that.
I bet he can.
So that probably is that. So, okay, well then scratch that, because we got to fact check that.
If that happens, bro.
That's it. I mean, what are we supposed to? What else can you really say about dude? I have nothing else.
You see how speechless I am right now.
Yeah.
That's just a thought. Yo, if that happens.
Well, then also, if she's saying that they're going to win for sure, knowing that Trump is leading in the polls, is there some validity to what Trump is talking about then as far as the election being stolen? Think about that. If you're telling people already that you're going to win, it's like, I get it. There's a difference between people saying, yeah, we're going to win, and being like confident that you're going to win.
Yeah.
But then there's we're going to win. It's like, we already know we're going to win. You already know you're going to win.
Confidence could be because she knows that they ain't going to let it happen. Well, I'll tell you what, if Biden does win again, I'm definitely going to be looking at it like,
yeah, exactly.
Because he shouldn't win.
Because I haven't seen somebody in a while be get in the office, have all this support before, and like right when he became president, and then like drop out of like, I'm talking about damn near everybody that I've seen supporting or saying they voted for him is like, man, this motherfucker's crazy. Like I don't like, they don't mess with him no more. So it's like he doesn't even have the same support he did before he got elected. I don't see how.
And he needed every single body. Like they both broke the record.
Yeah.
Whatever the previous record before that, the last election was for votes, they both beat it by a landslide. Both of them. We had biggest voter turnout ever. I don't see it. I mean, it definitely ain't happening if they don't do mail-in votes. If they don't do mail-in votes, it ain't happening.
And I think there's going to be a charge from that. I think the people that, and there's quite a lot of people who believe that the election was stolen.
Yeah.
If they go against mail-in ballots, you're not going to see a lot of, and that's the thing. We already know a lot of people are against it. So if they try to say that so-and-so, all these mail-in ballots is coming in and I'm going to have to question that, because it's like the way that shit went down this past election, how people were so like really against the mail-in ballots.
Yep.
I do not see that being something that people go out and do on both sides, because you have the people that are going to say that, you know, oh, it's going to be rigged if we do that. They're just going to do that. And then you have the people that's like, we don't want them to think that it's rigged. We want them to think that it's legitimate.
Right.
So it's just going to be a lot less mail-in ballots at this
point. I don't trust the shit regardless. So
I don't either.
I don't know if I believe.
I don't vote. I'm sorry, but I don't.
I did vote this last year, and really it was because I just was sick of Trump. I was sick of seeing him.
But it's like, do people even know that they don't have to vote? Like, I know that people try to encourage everybody to vote, but it's like, do you know you don't have to? Like, if you don't see somebody on that ballot that you want to vote for, it's okay to not just scribble some shit in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, just get the fuck out the booth, wait another 4 years, you be good.
Yeah. I mean, Kanye got some votes last year. He wasn't on the ballot in every city.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, he got there was a lot of write-ins.
He did. Yeah. And that's another thing. Write something in. You don't see nobody on that ballot, write something in.
Yeah. Or just don't vote. I mean, your call.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I really don't either. I can't. This shit is rigged.
Most people, I feel like most people from our generation vote because they want to post a picture on the internet of their vote, other than with their sticker.
Bitches with the I voted stickers on their nipples. Talking about go vote.
I like that. I like that. Do that. Do more of that. Cool. But you can get those. You can buy those stickers on the internet, by the way. Amazon.com.
Yeah.
I voted stickers.
Get to it early.
I have to edit that out.
Yeah. I can
steal that.
Get to it early,
yeah.
Before somebody else do it.
Hey, hit up Live on Lake Street if you want to buy your I voted stickers early. We got them for you.
Well, I got a question, man. Let's shift this a little bit, man, because I want to ask Chief about his experience out there in Jersey, man. You ran into one of the GOATs out here in the media game, man. Akademiks, man. How did that go?
Man, I was he did like his first little show out there with like his chat niggas and shit like that. So I flew out there, went out there, met a lot of dope people. AD was out there, Shiggy was out there. Six Buzz News, I don't know if you're familiar with them. They were out there. Another lawyer, entertainer was out there. So I met and got to connect with a lot of people. And it was dope. Oh yeah.
Glad y'all got to meet up and shit. Akademiks are one of those people that like kind of shifted a narrative over the years, like about, I guess, more so about him than what he does. You know, that perception about him kind of came off of you and Chirac. People had to do what he had to show and prove what he was kind of here for. And I had to, over time, respect it. So I respect that shit. Yeah, y'all need the cosign. That was big. Crazy. That was big.
No, Akademiks cosign is crazy. That's, yeah. I mean, I gotta, well, a couple things. One, I just have to give Chief credit because damn near everything that he says, like, here's the part that people don't understand. Let me back up my guy for a second. Publicly. People give him a lot of shit because he plays the game the way that people play the game all over the world.
Right.
But for some reason in Minnesota, we have yet to embrace that. You know what I'm saying? The whole like doing shit. Let's just call it what people like to call it. Doing it for likes, doing it for clout, right? But what people don't understand is the genius that comes behind it.
Right.
Like that this isn't like on a whim type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like this is strategic. There's shit. I don't want to share too much because I don't want to give away all the sauce, but like a lot of this shit is strategic. It's not just like someone being reckless. And all the shit that he says he's going to do and says is going to happen, it happens.
Yeah.
This shit happens. You know what I'm saying? Like there have been things that would have happened if somebody that's a fucking hater, let's just call a spade, didn't get in the way.
Right.
You know, I mean, let's be honest. Like, there are things that could have happened and would have happened. I won't be specific, but anybody that's watching, they know what I'm talking about.
Right.
If it wasn't for bullshit. So people want to get in the way of shit. And it's like, what y'all don't understand is we do this for y'all. Like, everything we do for Minnesota. We are doing this for Minnesota.
Fuck it, Jake. We talking about Minnesota. I might as well bring it up.
Okay.
Fuck it.
All right.
That correspond that goes along with the conversation that was had recently about gatekeepers. And how people believe that all it takes is for you to just make good product and you're good out here, which in reality, a lot of people have put themselves in a position to be able to stop certain people from doing things, and not even just stopping them, but making sure that, which this side aspect of it, where you want to make sure the people you rock with get opportunities, there's nothing wrong with that. But when you put it as like the thing where you stop other people from getting the opportunity to perform or to display what it is that they're doing because you wanted to have this clique or whatever it is be the only people making noise or making buzz or making waves around here, I don't agree with that.
I caught that.
I don't agree with it.
I caught
that. So that's all I'm saying. And a lot of people be out here fronting with that shit and trying to put this perception out there like that's what it is. Nah, man, like people clicked up out here. I seen it. I've been a part of this scene. I didn't have to be the most popular local artist to see what was going on out here. You know what I'm saying? So, well, and I wasn't gonna be clicked up with nobody.
Do I want to be careful? Do I want to be reckless?
Choose your poison, man.
Do I want to potentially burn down bridges?
I mean, it depends. Is a bridge something that's going to help lead you to something better, or is it just something that just is a bridge there to just take?
No, but I got a business partner over here that might feel differently. There's some things. I mean, there's some things that could be said about on this topic.
Okay.
All right, cool. I'm shooting. So look, here's the deal.
Let's get it.
First thing I'm going to say, let me throw some sugar on it before I start just dogpiling shit. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to say is the Dolo interview on Waterwave was good.
Mm-hmm.
Eric did a nice job.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that being said, I don't think Eric is the strongest interviewer. I believe I've told that to him to his face. If I haven't, I said it now.
Yeah.
He'll get this. And I think he knows that. And I think he wants to be better. And I think that's genuine. But he doesn't do it enough, I don't think, as part of it. He's got his hands and feet in a lot of other things. What I will say is it was clear that he was ready for this one.
Yeah.
I think that's partially because, and he said it in the interview, he strives to be in a position like Dolo.
You're right.
He wants to be that type of host.
Mm-hmm.
So
I say he's trying to be black?
Yes.
Okay.
He's been very open about that. He's been very open and honest about that. Yes. So that being said, I think it's definitely easier to interview, like for instance, this is easy because you and I do the same thing. So this is not this. It makes it easier. Like
exactly.
We pay attention to the same shit. We know we have topics.
Mm-hmm.
We pay attention to the same shit. So it's easier. So that being said, the interview was fine, but there was a lot of cap in that interview. And I don't think there was intentional cap. I think it just comes sometimes from a place where like, you just don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Or maybe you're just grasping at straws in the moment, because that can happen when mics are on and cameras are on. It was
encouraging cap.
Yes.
Yeah. They was trying to encourage.
Gatekeepers are very real.
Yeah.
They said a couple of things about gatekeepers that I thought were accurate, and then a lot of things that I think are not accurate. For instance, the fact that you have not been acknowledged in any way, shape, or form by Waterwave is wild. Because if we're going to keep it all the way real, when it comes to media platforms in Minnesota, like hip hop media platforms that talk about, you know, this culture, you're number one. You have the most subscribers on YouTube of any of them. And you're there.
And you know me. I could brag. I could talk shit. I could go crazy. I don't do that.
You don't. You're humble. I think it might be time for you to start popping your shit a little bit.
For some reason, when I walked in this building, I felt it come over me that I just need to start talking more shit for some reason.
I mean, it happens. It happens. But also, like, that's part of my issue with them. It's not that I don't like. I like everybody over there that I've met, that I've, you know, come across, and Waterwave has showed me love many times. I've returned, you know, and that's fine and all that. But I just think sometimes, man, I'm being real pussy about this. I think they're pussy, bro.
You think what are they pussy about though? Like what is it to be pussy about?
Maybe I shouldn't even say they, because I don't know how they all feel, how everybody over there feels.
Right.
And I don't even know who everybody is technically.
I only seen a few people from there.
But there's been a lot of pussy shit that's happened over there. A lot of shit. There's been shit that's involved us that was pussy shit. They have had pressure put on them to not work with us.
Oh yeah, by other people. And I don't respect that either, man. I feel like if you want to do some shit, do some shit. And I also feel like, to the acknowledgement part, don't nobody owe me acknowledgement, but at the same time, when I'm reaching out to people and I know you not on a level where you just having your DMs flooded where you don't see shit, or you just are oblivious, or got a whole bunch of other people working your platform, to me it seems like it's deliberate, where it's like, all right, we see him trying to reach out, but I don't think that. I respect it more when somebody's like, yo, you know what I'm saying, I see what you're doing. Or not even that, just yo, I see the message or whatever. We doing our thing over here, respectfully, blah, blah, blah. I respect that way more than somebody trying to pretend like they don't see what the fuck going on.
Well, and part
especially for a platform that acknowledges Minnesota as a whole, not just the music side, but the media side, the arts and crafts side. They whatever they can do to try to support
quilting.
Going out, taking pictures of loons, whatever you want to do. But to not at least acknowledge what the fuck going on, it to me is like, now I'm starting to get it. Cause like me being the humble guy is like, I don't expect it. I don't want nobody to do it, or whatever the case may be. But then when you start realizing the atmosphere and what's going on, and then you try to reach out, or me even making a post, you know what I'm saying, regarding them, and not and them like acting like that, you know what I'm saying, not even reacting to that shit. Yeah, I feel some type of way. I'm human when it comes to this shit, but also it's like I've also been somebody who I feel like has been looked over for a long time in this scene. So it's like I'm not finna just sit back and just be humble about it anymore. Like, I'm doing my shit, and I'm not. And I also don't want people to think that I need acceptance from Minnesota. Clearly, I don't. But I love the place that I stay. I love the place that I'm at, and I support and always have been supportive of everybody, all the local shit. If I reach out, motherfucker, be real about it. Tell me you don't want to work with me. Tell me you don't fuck with me, or whatever the case may be. Be real about it, but don't try to act like I'm not out here.
And also, let me say this, just to be clear. Don't send me no fucking personal private text or DM about this shit.
Facts.
If you got something, if you want to respond to what I said on this platform tonight, respond on your platform.
Yeah,
I don't want to see no text from
don't DM now.
Send me no fucking text.
If you didn't see my DM before, don't DM now.
No,
don't do the Post Malone shit. Don't do the who they do that to? I Love McCona when he showed up with NBA YoungBoy.
Yep.
Then he started getting messages with so.
Yep.
Don't do that now. Just let it be.
I'm not looking to have a personal private conversation about, oh, hey man, why are you mad at us? Why'd you call us a pussy?
I'm not mad at nobody.
I don't think there's necessarily like bad intentions coming from over there. I just think they're scared of shit. They're scared of certain shit. That's what I think it is. I think there's
maybe it's what I talk about.
I'm not even just talking about you.
I know. I'm just saying, but I'm just saying from my perspective, maybe it's because of what I talk about. Maybe it's because I don't know, but be real about it. Just be real about it, man. If you a platform out here in Minnesota and you acknowledge other platforms, you acknowledge what's going on out here, but you're not acknowledging the top motherfuckers out here, then it seems like there's an issue, or it seems like you just looking at it from a competition standpoint. I want to work with everybody.
And I don't like the I don't like the letting dumb shit get in the way of business either. Because we have plans to do business, and like I've been given since before Live on Lake Street, I've been supporting those guys. All the Waterwave artists have been on the Wiseman show, all of them. Before Waterwave was anything at all, I brought Ricky and Calvino and Trayson and even Enzy when she was fucking with them.
Yeah,
I brought all of them onto my platform when they weren't shit. Like they were just getting started. So like I was there early, and damn near all of them have been on this platform. Trayson didn't show up because I don't know what's up with him. 2 or 3 times Trayson didn't show up.
And to me, I would take that as disrespect.
Yeah, it is disrespect.
I'll take it as disrespect.
I do. Enzy was supposed to be here a couple times. Chase a butt. Why do you do that? He's not even a Waterwave artist.
Hold up, man.
Shit.
Hold up.
Chase a butt. You got the video? All right. So look,
that was top tier segue.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Oh man. So yeah, I don't really even know what to say other than a video has surfaced of Chase a Bag. Minneapolis-based artist Chase a Bag.
Oh damn.
Was he on live? He was on a live, right? Yeah, he was on a live talking about his relationship with what is Tezzy? What does he do? Is he an artist? He's a promoter. Okay. Yeah, so he's talking about Tezzy and his relationship with Tezzy, right? His friend,
his relationship
his friendship. I don't know. And he got a little bit out of pocket. Chase a Bag's had a rough year. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, he's had a rough year. The paperwork came out on Chase a Bag.
Oh okay.
And then he went on Trap Right and defended himself horribly.
So
okay, so play. Oh God.
The only nigga that I ever even fucked with that was gay, and I didn't even know him. I didn't even know the nigga was gay until after we started fucking. We got.
Oh, nigga, I thought.
Teddy the only nigga that I ever even fucked with that was gay, and I didn't even know him. I didn't even know the nigga was gay until after we started fucking. We got.
Did he say it wrong? Because I was under the impression.
I need to hear one more time, please.
Teddy the only nigga that I ever even fucked with that was gay, and I didn't even know him. I didn't even know the nigga was gay until after we started fucking.
Oh man,
that is the wildest shit I've ever heard. If there's
one thing you need to go on any platform to defend and explain, it's that.
How you were fucking a dude and then you found out after you were fucking that he was gay?
So was this you was giving back shots, but it was
hey, this ain't gay, bro.
This is not gay.
This ain't gay, chilling. Bro.
We just doing bro shit. Now, if I find out you gay, bro, this is a wrap. All right, we ain't fucking no more.
Oh Lord,
is that what the fuck
I think so.
Is that what I'm gathering from this video?
I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. I don't know how old this video is. I don't know. I'm
praying. Chase a Bag. I have no idea who you are, my good sir, brother in Christ. But if you misspoke,
not brother in Christ,
I would like to know if that was the case. Because okay, if we listen to the video and you hear him speak and say, he's the first, I was fucking with him, and he was the first person that I was fucking with that I knew was gay, and maybe he meant to say, I didn't know he was gay till after I started fucking with him, but he didn't put the with him. He didn't put the.
Only nigga that I ever even fucked with that was gay, and I didn't even know him. I didn't even know the nigga was gay until after we started fucking.
Oh my God! So
did it play?
You gotta find the original post.
Oh yeah, you gotta play it because I don't think they hear it. I don't think they
can't hear it.
They can't hear it.
Oh no.
Are you sure?
Teddy the only nigga that I ever even fucked with that was gay, and I didn't even know him. I didn't even know the nigga was gay until after we started fucking.
Yep, I can't hear it on mine. Nah.
Teddy the only nigga that I
Oh, it says it plays, but real low. Oh, a couple people saying we can hear it.
Oh, yeah, because you playing it off of your mic, right?
So here's the thing. I wanted to kind of give him like I want to preface this real quick. I don't care what anybody's sexuality is. That's their business.
Facts.
So if you're fucking dudes, if you're doing your fucking dudes, that's fine. But regardless of his sexuality, that is one of the wildest things I've ever heard a human say in my life.
It's forever going to be wild if people find out about your sexuality in that way. If they don't know that this is who you are beforehand and you just randomly just say it, then people are going to be shocked regardless of what it is. That's like the same as like if I was to sit here and I was just casually talking to you and I was like, yeah, and you know, when I was fucking Ashanti, he's like, what the fuck? When was you fucking Ashanti? You see, like it's like that.
I would be like, who, like Ashanti from like Ashanti Jones from St. Louis Park,
right?
Like,
right.
What are we?
Or world-renowned R&B sensation,
I would be
Thickums herself.
I would be very confused.
So it's like that's kind of like the same with this situation. It's like whoa,
but
the
so
fuck up.
Initially, I thought, okay, well, this has to be taken out of context. But if you really think about it, how could that be taken out of context?
He kind of set you up for what it was when you first spoke on who dude was. You know what I'm saying? And I would have corrected myself. I would have corrected myself right away. I would have been like, fam. You know what I'm saying?
And why is he defending himself? You can have gay friends, bro. It's okay.
Yeah, why is that
He sounds really like,
I don't know, man. I don't know. That's an odd situation.
He sounds very.
Has he responded to that? Has anybody like kind of like really shed light on it?
Should we check his timeline?
Yeah,
because what if he has responded?
How could we can't be the only ones that like had caught on to that and feel like this? Got to be more people that was like, hold up, fam, did you hear that?
Let's see,
because I think that's probably what they're hearing it from is the.
And I did. I don't Tezzy the only nigga that I ever even fucked with that was gay, and I didn't even know him. I didn't even know the nigga was gay until after we started fucking. We got. Tezzy the only.
Like every time you hear it, it gets worse.
Tezzy the only nigga that I ever even fucked with that was gay, and I didn't even know him. I didn't even know the nigga was gay until after we started fucking. We got.
That's incredible. Because you catch yourself in those moments. You have to,
and not
because you hear yourself when you talk. You hear what the fuck when you mess up saying something. You correct yourself.
And now they're calling him Chase a Butt.
Oh, not Chase a Butt. Oh.
I don't know how you beat that.
Chase a Butt. That's wild, bro. You got to rebrand.
And at this point, Tezzy probably needs to come out and be like, yo, I would never. He's not my type. He's got to be the one to come out and let him know.
If they beefing, if that dude came out and started saying some other shit just cause they beefing, then it's gonna be a world of trouble.
Or if Chase a Bag is denying it and they're beefing, Tezzy should just go ahead and firm up the allegations. Like, no, we were.
Dropped a video looking like Isaiah Rashad.
Oh no,
not Chase a Bag. Oh my God.
You just reminded me of that video. Oh my God, that video was so wild. That was so shocking. That's the problem with Twitter. That right there is the problem with Twitter. Is you're thinking about having a nice morning, and then all of a sudden there's Isaiah Rashad doing what
because you have to click on the trending topics.
Yeah,
right?
It was like, what?
Why is Isaiah Rashad trending with like 150,000? What happened?
And then it just hits you.
Yeah,
it was kind of like the Nicki Minaj shit today. It was like, oh, what's going on here?
That's the curse. Said, I thought I was about to see some freaky shit. Oh, the guy almost threw up.
Yeah, that is the problem. That is the problem right there. It's the same effect.
It's a gift and a curse, man, because when those trending topics go up and you see people's names that you know with so many tweets attached to it, it's like you only could think either like the craziest shit or the worst. They're either dead or something super wild happened or somebody's news dropped or some shit.
Yep.
So that's pretty much it.
That is pretty much
you have to click on it because you got to know what's going on. Yep. Then you see the first thing that pop up. It's like, oh goddamn, no.
Do we have any idea how old that video is?
I don't know.
The chase a bag video. I do wonder. He's had a tough year. Or was the paperwork last year? I think that was last year.
This year,
I think it was though. You're right now.
Didn't I have somebody up here that talked about it, or? Because I remember somebody came. Oh no, wait, was it him that came up here and was talking and everybody was in the?
He went to Trap Right.
Who came up here
talking about paperwork?
Talking about paperwork or trying to basically clear their name.
Go.
Who?
Go.
Oh, so
St. Paul. Go used to be Go and Vo.
Well, at least he didn't. At least he wasn't fucking somebody and then turned out and realized they was gay and was trying to so I guess it's okay, right? The paperwork really ain't shit compared to that, right?
Yeah. I don't know.
I'd rather be a snitch. I'm sorry.
And Chaser Bag had both. Chaser Bag had both.
Not the double whammy.
Yeah, the double whammy.
That's fucked up.
Double whammy for Chaser Bag.
I mean, well, speaking of snitches.
Oh shit!
Oh no, where the fuck was you going?
Well, we got two places we can go. I was gonna take a trip over to that 70s show, but but we could go to Barclays first. Should we travel to Barclays first?
Yeah, that'd be a quick combo.
Yeah, the Barclays thing, because so apparently it's not over for Gunna.
No, not by a long shot.
Apparently he beat the
allegations.
We can't even call it. We watched him snitch. I mean,
that is true.
We watched it happen.
We did.
I still think he was sort of tricked into it.
But there's still people that are kind of like left to wondering whether or not, thugs still mess with him or not. Because the way that he still goes about like really heavily supporting them and being like, free.
So one, let me say, Thug does not support him. There's no way. There's no way. Two, is genius and maybe dangerous for Gunna to still be using Thug for his own career, because he is definitely still doing that, to the point where he literally played a Thug song and rapped Thug's verse at Barclays Center.
Okay, so here's a theory. What if he is terrified and the only way to really cope with him being terrified is to continue to support Jeffrey? Also, I'll say this. You have to think about it from a standpoint that Gunna is still contractually obligated to be a part of YSL because of that's, it's just the contract. You're still under that moniker. That's still the brand and still what you got to do. What if Thug doesn't fuck with him, but was like, since you still under this YSL shit, I don't ever want to hear you say nothing else besides free Jeffrey and rapping. No interviews, because has he done an interview yet?
Nope.
Has he talked to anybody?
Nope.
Has he gotten a phone call? Has he did a live?
I think somebody caught him walking out of Chili's one day or something. But
Thug, this is what I was thinking about before. Thug put stipulations on this man until he gets off of YSL. You can't speak to nobody. You ain't got the same protection that you used to have. You can't have no access to my people. Get your own circle. Do what you do. Continue to make my label money. And then once it's over with, nigga, get your bitch ass on.
That's a good theory.
He's still with Kevin Lyles.
Yeah.
Not Kevin Lyles.
Wasn't it Kevin Lyles? Kevin Lyles, yeah.
It is Kevin Lyles.
He showed up to his court dates and shit.
It is Kevin Lyles.
Yeah. But I mean, shit, Kevin ain't in them streets.
But that's the thing about it too, is like, that's kind of where I land on it, is Gunna is not a street guy.
Right.
And although he has references to the streets in his music, it ain't like, it's not blatant. He's not, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I do honestly think that like he played himself in that way, as far as like not with the opportunity, but to try to you know, get yourself deep into that brand to the point where you start saying certain shit that'll put you a part of a RICO case. Because it wasn't that they put him a part of the case because he actually was doing like illegal shit.
Right.
It was because you are a part of the label and you yell out YSL and you say this shit in your raps. Okay, well, we're going to see if you stand
I
on
assume they roped him up into it because they knew that he was the one that they could get.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, because they knew exactly what he was, and it was not what everybody else is.
Because think about it. The one thing that people were getting that gun about before all this shit happened was the Crime Stopper shit.
Yes.
So, of course, if I'm the DA or if I'm somebody that's a part of this investigation, I'm going to be like, who's going to be the first person to snitch? Who's going to give us the information we need?
Yep.
Boom.
That guy.
Get him in here.
Yeah. And he clearly probably hasn't had a lot of experience within the courtroom and within the, you know what I'm saying, like in the judicial system. So
they ain't have no hope for them other motherfuckers. Them niggas was walking there with seasoning salt, with pills and weed in them and shit, trying to pass them off. They was trying to do all extra shit. Now you got this other motherfucker, YSL Polo,
crazy. I love it.
He did. It worked. At first, they charged him, right? They gave him
wait a minute.
Yeah, they charged him at first, and then they brought him back, and they said, you know what? We gonna let you. You can go do that shit at the crib. We ain't finna deal with that shit for the next.
So they put him on house arrest.
I don't know what
they just said
they just dropped him from the whole case.
Take your dumb ass home,
right?
You ain't worth a shit.
They kept catching his face too, like people would screenshot his face. I kept looking up at the judge every few seconds to see if he looking at him and shit. It was like, how y'all believe this nigga, man? Every few seconds he look up at the judge to see if he looking at him. Like,
look, if I'm Thug, I try that next time.
Man,
what's he got to lose? Give it a shot.
See, that's the one guy that they want. So it's like,
I think that's the guy that they got.
That's the guy that they're gonna be like, we don't care what's going on, you getting locked up, crazy or not.
Yeah, he's fucked. Yeah. I mean, that's the fucked up part about it. That is the sad truth is, no matter how much y'all scream free Jeffrey, free Thug, he's gone.
Now, will we ever hear? Well, okay. Well, since you put it that way, I'm not going to ask that question. But
no, please do.
How
I want to know.
I was gonna ask, will we ever hear any new music from him outside of the music that he already has put aside?
If I had to like put money on it and make a prediction, I would say no.
Because it'd have to be from the phone.
Yes.
And I think they tried that with the last album.
Yeah.
It just did not sound the same.
It didn't.
So
there was a couple. They had to put Drake on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
So I don't know. It depends. I think he has a legit enough fan base to the point where, of course, people are going to always continue to support him.
I'd put it at a 70% no, 30% yes.
It'd be weird.
About a 70-30 that we hear.
Because, I mean, at a certain point, you can't put out old music because it's not going to be with the times now.
Yeah.
So now you're going to be sitting on a bunch of shit.
If they're putting RICO case bodies on him, he might never get out ever.
That's what I'm saying.
He might literally never see the light of day again. He might. He
needs a random occurrence to happen to where the people that are doing this investigation and presenting evidence, they gotta flip. They gotta do something wrong. There has to be, we didn't or forgot to put this in evidence or something, or they forgot to mention something. It's got to be on them. Yeah. It's gotta be a hiccup on the prosecution side, because whatever his defense do, it don't matter.
It really does.
Because the judge ain't on his side either. The judge, he wants to hurry up, get this over with, send that nigga to jail.
Yep.
So I don't know.
How long has he been gone now? 2-3 years? It's been like 3 years, hasn't it?
Thug?
Yeah.
No, it's been
two. It's been 2.
At least 2, yeah. It's been at least 2.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Gunna's out here selling out Barclays.
Mm-hmm.
And didn't he sell another big ass venue too?
Or I think the next show is coming or might be happening right now. Or no, not right now, but probably this weekend or something. He's supposed to do another arena. So
yeah. And
given the hype around what just happened, I'm pretty sure he's gonna sell that out.
I saw footage. He was doing his thing.
And yeah, he was up there not playing a track, singing his vocals. remaking his, viral video, the Colors video, that like all this stuff plays into bringing the people back on your side, the creativity of it. That's why I love the artistic side so much more than the entertainment side of music, because that's the one thing that'll keep people to you. Why you think so many people still love Kanye?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he said some crazy shit. Yeah, he may have said some shit you didn't agree with. But nigga, as soon as you turn on something from Beautiful Twisted Dark Fantasy,
bro, we cannot. He is literally maybe our best example of you can't throw the baby out with the bathwater.
No,
bro. If you think about what Kanye has done for you, like throughout his entire career, throughout your entire life since he showed up, I'm sorry, but like I get like some of them Hitler comments and the weird Nazi shit is crazy, but bro, he made College Dropout. I can't I'm sorry.
Bro, I can't tell you what my Beautiful Twisted Dark Fantasy did for me at that time, bro.
I'm saying like,
and it was like that album was one of the most artistically beautiful hip hop albums I've ever heard.
Agreed.
And when you have something like that that's timeless to the point where it can translate in any generation, any era, that's how you know you have a great artist, a great musician.
Yep.
So you can't take that away from him. You can't erase them albums. You can't erase the work he did. You can't erase the influence. It's just, it is what it is. That's the world, man.
You just can't. I mean, when somebody has that big of an impact, they're gonna make mistakes.
You know whose legacy though that we can tarnish, who we can destroy, who we can just throw away?
Who?
Hyde.
Danny Masterson? I mean, he ain't have much of a legacy, to be honest. Big legacy is literally being Hyde from that 70s show.
It started and ended right there.
Yeah, I mean, he did a couple things, but I don't know.
They didn't even bring that nigga back for the reboot. They say, get your ass out of here.
You know what's funny? I thought about that.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Because why didn't they bring him back? He wasn't doing shit. Of all the people to not bring back, he's the guy that's the least busy.
Yeah. He was going through that turmoil, man. They didn't want to bring him back over there.
Was he going through the turmoil, or was he out here?
They knew something that we didn't know yet.
Or maybe he was busy.
Usually how the industry goes.
Maybe he was busy
making loud noises.
I'm not the word I won't say because I don't want this video to get taken down. He was busy R-word.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's kind of a crazy situation.
It is very and very random too.
Because I'm a big fan of that 70s show.
Yeah,
that's one of them shows that I've watched probably from episode 1 all the way to the end a handful of times.
And I don't like reboots, but I watched the reboot.
The reboot was solid.
And I liked it.
The reboot was all right.
Yeah,
I wasn't mad at the reboot at all. I had very low expectations for it. That's one of those things where I'm like,
because they try to bring some of the old people back and they get corny, but it wasn't corny at all.
No, they pulled it off.
It was cool.
No, they pulled it off. They definitely did. But yeah, it's one of my favorite shows of all time for sure. And it's definitely one of those like background noise shows.
Yeah,
you know, like when you're doing other shit around,
or when you're about to go to bed, you turn it on.
Exactly. Like it's a good background noise show. Like you've seen it already, so like you don't need to.
That's kind of how Fresh Prince was for me for a while.
Sure, yeah, that's another
turn that
good
shit
one.
on,
For
just
sure.
let it go.
Yep, that's another good one. But yeah, he was one of my favorite characters.
Yeah,
love Hyde. Right, he was the bad. He was the bad boy. He was the rebel. The whatever you want to call him. Right.
Like, he was the one that you was expecting to keep it real in the situation when certain things was going on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Same with Red, but
and turns out
he was
he was out here. He was out here wilding.
He wasn't keeping it real.
30 years. 30 years.
He got 30 years?
He got 30 years. Sentenced to 30 years for R-wording.
And then how this justice system works, like I said, just like on the tax side of the game, I don't think he's going to do 30.
Yeah, he'll do
maybe 20 something.
Maybe
20 something.
Yeah.
They don't really take that stuff as seriously as they should. There needs to be harsher sentences. It was 2 of them too. Yeah. They said it was 2 victims.
Yeah, I'm sure more are about to come out.
Sure, for sure more is going to come out. But it's just, it's a wild situation.
And then a couple of his co-stars popped up to try and save him. This to me is probably, Lord. I mean, the wildest part is the R wording, but this is wild.
social media detectives are amazing.
Yeah, you can't get away with shit anymore.
No.
Not a damn thing.
Nope.
Nothing.
And they made sure, because that's the thing. You can be a detective all day, but them receipts is a bitch.
Yeah,
especially in the new
you can
climate.
No longer chase a butt in peace.
No, you can't.
You will get caught. You will get caught.
It's automatic, man.
Yeah.
And it is funny because they be catching people who be doing shit that is it contradicts who they are talking about, who they are today. So like with Ashton, he's somebody who has been a huge advocate for sex trafficking and all that shit.
Yep.
Once people pulled them old videos up about what you used to say,
yep.
Which to me, I do like, because we come from a different generation. We understand that a lot of wild shit was said back in the day.
For sure.
And
I miss it.
People didn't think twice about it.
Yeah. 15 years ago, I wouldn't be saying the R word. I would actually be saying a word.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And seeing them on TV, because they posted a clip of them on TV and having them openly speak about, Mila being 14 and, Ashton being, I think he said he was like 19 at the time.
Yeah.
And just openly speaking about that. You can never do that right now. If you did that right now, you already out the gym, which is why they doing that now. It's like, all right, we bringing this shit back up so y'all see how weird motherfuckers was.
The only thing I'll say in defense about that is, and I think I told you this off the mic, is yes, she was 14, but I'm pretty sure I should have fact checked this, but I'm pretty sure the case was she was lying about her age. So they didn't know that she was 14.
Right.
So she was lying, saying she was.
They only knew till afterwards.
When they all became stars and went on to do other shit, is when she was like, "Oh, by the way, I've been lying about my age this whole time." But so just for people that don't know, Danny Masterson, who played Hyde on that 70s show, he was charged with, what was it, 2 counts? You said?
Yeah,
2 counts of the word that rhymes with grape, and sentenced to 30 years in prison. And apparently, I don't know if he asked for it or if like they volunteered it, but apparently after that happened, Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher, who are married and have been married for a long time, came out and wrote, was it character witness letters statements to the judge about who he is as a person. And then immediately following I think it was the next day when it became public.
Right.
That's the part that pisses me off. Is if this hadn't became public, there wouldn't have been no apology to her.
No,
it would have just been, please.
It kind of did the same thing with Iggy and Tory Lanez.
Yes.
Once the trial wrapped up, then it was like, oh, and by the way, Iggy sent this letter in so that y'all know that she was. It's like it's conflicting because, like they said, they knew the guy for so long, for years.
Yep.
And being asked to give character witness statements for somebody you've known for so long, you only can give the perspective of how you saw them.
Yes.
But see, the conflict comes when you learn about the type of person they really are.
Yes.
Now it's about who you are as a person and your morals and where you stand.
Yep.
Are you the type of person that is going to be like, well, I've knew this person for this many years. They didn't show these signs. They didn't do this in front of me. They didn't do that. So I can't speak to it. Or are you going to be the person that says, damn,
we never saw
you've been lying.
We never saw him do that.
Exactly. Exactly. So it's like, are you going to be the person that's going to realize that this person may have been lying to you about who they were this entire time, feel deceived, feel like you've been lied to, feel like you've been this big, you especially when somebody feels like they've been authentic to you, and then they turn around and see that you were like some type of monster. It's like, what are you going to do? In my opinion, bro, you cross those lines, you murder somebody when it's not self-defense or a good reason, you grape somebody, you whatever the case may be, I can't fuck with you. And if they ask me to give a character witness statement about you, I'm just going to refuse. That's it.
Yeah. So I mean, the only thing that I will say is,
especially being those two big names, of course it's going to get out there.
Is there a possibility that these two are like so out of the loop that they didn't even know that he had been charged.
I wouldn't put it past them to ask their assistants to write something for him.
Yeah.
They're moving around doing X, Y, and Z. They hear, oh, we got somebody, one of their assistants, somebody come up and say, hey, we got a call from so-and-so. Danny's in the situation. We need you guys to write something for them or to, help support them. And of course, them knowing him and being friends with him, oh, no brainer. Do that shit. Say a few words, have somebody write it down, send a letter in. And then be like, oh shit, when you find out what's really going on, and be like, well, because I guess we got to deal with that when it comes to us.
A lot of these celebrities do just be complete. Like, I mean, who was it? Remember when Lil Wayne went on Drink Champs?
Yeah.
And they were asking him about shit that he had no idea. We were all like, how the fuck do you
and see
know?
The thing is, people, because of the way social media is, and because everybody pays attention to whatever the else is going on in the world.
Yep.
They automatically assume that somebody else should know what's going on.
Yes.
And disregarding the fact that this person is completely busy.
Yes.
Wayne tours all year round.
Yep.
Probably constantly making records all year round.
And doesn't run his own social media.
Exactly.
If there's any rapper in the world that does not run his social media, it is Wayne.
And you know why? You know why I can tell he doesn't? Because Wayne's energy when he goes on stage or when he's in interviews is not the energy of somebody who is there to talk about what's going on in the world.
Exactly.
So it's like
go viral.
Right. Exactly. It's just like he just so happens to because he's Wayne.
Bro, did you see the interview he did where I don't even remember who it was, but they said they brought up his net worth. It says you're worth this much. And Wayne looked dead at them and at the camera and was like, I don't know where that came from because I don't have nearly that much money. He's like, I might need to talk to my accountant or something.
Right.
I don't have anywhere near that. And
he said, is somebody stealing from me?
like, bro, for a rapper to go on a live platform like that and be like, no, I am not that rich. Like, that's rare. That to me was an example of like, okay, this dude is like he's in his own world.
Mm-hmm.
Like he is all up in his own world. And I'm happy he's there because I feel like when Wayne's in his own world and not in the world,
that's when we get the best shit from
Wayne.
Yeah.
And he's really people have been sleeping on Wayne's like last 2 to 3 year run. He's been
moitering,
killing everything again. And people probably aren't talking about it enough for me personally.
Can I share a story with you real quick?
Yes, please.
The first concert I ever went to in life. Shout out to my mom for letting me do this. I think I was in like 7th grade or some shit. I wanted to go to a concert so bad. I've never been to a concert besides a gospel concert because that's where my
you say what I think you're about to say. This is about to be a wild moment. Please continue.
I went to the I don't want to name the tour because I went to a couple of them, but the first one I went to was the Lil Wayne, Keisha Cole, T-Pain, and Gym Class Heroes.
Okay.
And it was at the Target Center.
Okay.
That was the first show I went to. Yep. And it was the first time I got to really see like production value and how people run shows and everything that happens.
The Carter tour or was that 500 Degrees tour?
No. It was a tour for sure.
Either way, what time? What
it was?
What run was that?
I want to say.
I'm trying to think. Gym Class Heroes. That might have been Carter 2.
It had to be around there because this is when T-Pain dropped that circus album.
That was definitely Carter 2 then.
Where he presented the top hat.
Yes.
So yeah,
that was definitely Carter 2 then.
And here's another great part about this story. It was the first time I ever got to see Drake, Nicki Minaj, and pretty much all the Young Money when they were like first starting out. And even so much so that Drake at that time, first of all, Wayne introduced him as Jimmy from Degrassi. He didn't say Drake, Juicy Drake, none of that shit. And on top of that, when he came out to perform, it wasn't to perform any of his songs. He was doing the chorus to Miss Officer. And when I tell you that was like seeing him in that form early on, trying to get his footing in performing and all that shit. Nobody, yeah,
Bobby V was busy.
Bobby V couldn't make it that night. I think he was occupied somewhere. You could tell he was like at the amateur stage of his career, and it was so dope to see. Same with T-Pain. It was the first time I got to hear T-Pain sing without autotune. He fucking killed it.
People don't know T-Pain can actually sing.
He's an overly talented individual.
He is, for sure.
And one of those other people who I like to say is like humble about it. Like he knows he's great at what he does, but he doesn't have to brag about it.
So I thought you were about to say it's still kind of crazy. My first concert ever was also a Wayne show, but
was the one at XL?
No,
okay,
it was before.
Because I went to that one too.
It was 500. It was 500 Degrees Wayne. And it was actually Nelly's tour.
Oh,
so it was Nelly.
He was supporting on that tour.
So it was Nelly, Wayne, Ashanti.
Holy.
And there was one more act that I can't remember who it was. It was probably somebody that's a fucking like massive artist now. But yeah, so my first ever concert, it was also at Target Center.
Mm-hmm.
And when Nelly and the St. Lunatics came out, they came out to Air Force Ones. Stage black, lights go on, enormous Air Force One. And they all came walking out of an Air Force One. Out of an Air Force One. Yeah.
Yo, that shit is legit.
It was pretty legendary.
That shit cold as hell. Somebody threw a pizza at Keisha Cole. Was fucked up.
Damn.
She was on stage.
You said a pizza or a piece of pizza?
A piece of pizza.
Okay. Because if you throw a whole pizza at somebody, you might be.
No, they threw a slice at her, man. It didn't hit her.
Was it one of the? Was it one of the Ninja Turtles?
Bro, the motherfuckers was mad. They wanted. It was the crowd that was like, we only came here to see Wayne. We don't give a fuck who's opening. Soon as she started coming down the stairs singing, I forgot what she was singing, man. Next thing you know, I seen this slice of pizza just start.
Did it hit her?
No, it landed right in front of her. God. She saw it and walked right back up the stairs and was like, you know what? Fuck this shit. She didn't come back down like to the front of the stage after that. Now it's just like, it's my first experience.
It's been going on for years.
Yeah.
This ain't a new problem.
Shit. Yeah.
This ain't a new issue.
People been passing out at concerts. People been throwing shit at artists. It ain't new. It's just getting caught on the internet. That's all.
That's true. Bro, that's most things in the world.
Yeah.
That's most things in the world. Like people, this didn't happen back in my. Yes, it did. We just didn't catch it on camera. All this shit had been happening. That's crazy though. Yeah, I want to rewind for a minute because I feel like we sort of skated over the Akademiks in New Jersey thing. Can you tell us about like the experience? Like tell the people about like what happened? What was that?
Because did you stay for the show, right?
I stayed for the whole show. Yeah.
You got to see him break down and cry, didn't you?
Yes.
For a person. Yeah. He was happy as hell, bro. I got to give him respect for that because that was a long. They was clowning him about that Roots picnic shit, and I know he wanted to bounce back from that shit. So
I heard him address that before too.
Yeah, how was it though? Like the whole.
It was a different type of style of event, so it was like kind of like an event mixer where it was real intimate. Mm-hmm. So the crowd wasn't too far off. Like it was. Let me see what kind of thing. Something small,
like an Amsterdam Hall or something like that.
Not like that. Kind of like pop shots a little bit.
Okay.
Little bit bigger.
Yeah.
Like it has a bigger.
So kind of like a big, like a nice sized bar.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Or kind of like where Honey.
Oh. Shit.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Honey or Blue Now.
Damn,
so like if you're
too.
In there. Everybody's accessible.
You can throw a slice of pizza.
That shit is crazy.
If you were chasing a butt, you wouldn't have any problem getting to that butt.
I see he revealed. I don't know if it's new or not. I haven't seen it till that day, but it looked like he revealed a brand new piece, the prize chain. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see that.
He had it was during his interview with AD. AD's dropping he dropped the full interview with him, but he was dropping clips and whatnot, and I seen he had a big ass Christmas present pinned it on his I'm like, this nigga got the prize piece. That's fucking hilarious, man. This nigga said, I'm the prize.
But yeah, it was a dope vibe. It was free liquor, free food, free shit, everything.
God damn.
Damn.
It was dope.
Now that's an event right there.
And you got to link up. You actually got to link up with Ak. Seemed like y'all were having a nice little time back there.
Yeah.
He looked sweaty and tired.
He was slapped.
I see you talking about pulling up, man.
Yeah,
I gotta make that shit. I gotta make that shit happen, man.
We gotta make that shit happen. We gotta get him that shit right.
That's gonna be legendary.
Yeah, that's gonna happen. Me and Ak gonna have a great conversation
Mm-hmm.
for sure. I feel like Ak is a hip hop head like me.
Mm.
Like, we'll have a good. And I mean, really, if you think about it, me and him really been kind of doing this for the same amount of time.
Yeah.
Him on a bigger scale, you know,
Right.
He's gone up quicker than I have. But I'm trying to think. I don't think Ak was really doing shit when I first started. You know, when did he really start? You know?
Chief Keef first, when this album first dropped, he was covering a little before then.
Okay.
So I would say 2012.
Okay, so he was definitely before me then.
2011.
All right.
Mm.
Let me not take that away because I didn't start till 2015. Yeah.
Well, still around, I
2015.
guess, around the time when he was like really becoming like a staple in the like hip hop media space.
And I wasn't really paying close attention to him. He was not one of the people that I was kind of dialed in with at that time.
One of those people that like I said, I didn't want to pay attention to what he had going on because everything that I would see on the internet was just like the clips of him crashing out, talking crazy, or just saying some wild shit, whatever.
Yep.
When I finally decided to actually watch one of his streams, the one thing that made me gravitate towards actually watching him on a faithful basis is his knowledge about the industry.
For sure.
That's what got me.
Yeah, it's like he knows a lot of shit when it comes to like
about.
the ins and outs of business and how these contracts work, all that shit. If you're somebody that wants to be in this space, that is shit you have to listen to.
For sure.
Because I don't see a lot of other people actually doing that with that knowledge. They rather somebody figure it out for themselves.
And if you want to know why people like Joe Budden and Charlemagne fuck with him, that's why.
Yeah, of course.
That's why.
Of course. Because there's a lot of people who go out here and say a bunch of crazy shit, do a bunch of shit on the internet, but they aren't connected to certain individuals.
If you notice, the one thing that I've noticed about Ak, and it's probably what made me start going, okay, maybe he's somebody to really respect. Because I looked at him as kind of a bit of a goofy for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
But that's because I wasn't really like dialed in. I wasn't watching his streams. It was just the
Right.
shit that made it to the internet.
Same.
Right. But the one thing that I've noticed is, as far as like people in the media, there aren't too many that don't fuck with Ak.
Right.
And that says a lot to me. You know what I'm saying? Like the people that I respect you.
Yeah.
Kind of forces me
And
to
have like actual business relationships or
Yes.
just like friendships or whatever the case may be. Like they fuck with you for a reason.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the thing that kind of made me go, okay. Ak is somebody to be revered for sure.
And then that's when it started becoming entertaining to me to watch the other shit.
Yes.
I went from being like, man, why is this nigga talking this reckless to goddamn, that shit's funny as hell. Like that shit's wild.
Yeah.
And
I mean, he's smart and I think the thing that I respect about him the most is he's fearless.
Yeah.
He is not afraid. He does not care.
The thing that I fuck with about the most is everybody else in the media space had somebody that got them there.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't.
He didn't.
Nah.
Anybody to do it. Just the internet, working, grinding, no cosign.
Had people against him actually.
Yeah.
He did.
So
For sure he did.
No way.
Think about the everyday struggle days. Like,
and it didn't help that he was more timid back then
Super, he
too.
was.
So it was like,
well, I think in that environment, he was probably intimidated.
yeah, when you do everything
When you're
on your
sitting with
lonesome
when you're sitting with Joe Budden's crazy ass,
and got to feed off that,
you're gonna be intimidated because you know that at any given moment Joe is gonna start screaming at you.
And Joe actually did him a favor by leaving.
He did.
Huge favor.
That was also very telling to me too, is that I don't know how y'all felt, but I thought as soon as Joe left, in my mind, I was thinking Joe and Ak, that relationship's
Right.
done. So when I found out that relationship was not over at all, and in fact, they were still talking, he was still, helping him through like this. I was like, okay, well, then why wouldn't we all respect Ak?
Right.
And then what's crazy is that made me hate Star, because Star was so hard on Ak. I was like, man, fuck Star, leave Ak alone. But that's how Star is, though. Star's like that with everybody.
Star is that dude. Now, when you talk about a legend in the game, pioneer, whether you agree with that motherfucker, like him or not, he's that nigga in his space.
He is.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's a genius. Yeah, no, he's a genius for sure. Yeah, he definitely deserves his flowers. But yeah, I do want to make sure that like Ak deserves more recognition, because I think we talked about it the other day. I wouldn't say with a bullet, but he is number one. Like I think him and Joe, I think are neck and neck when it comes to hip hop media.
Yeah.
But they're also very different lanes.
It is, because Joe is more, I mean, not that Ak doesn't have a podcast, but like when it comes to like podcast based and like, having a cast of people around you to feed off of constantly.
Yep.
That's the difference in it. Ak can sit there by himself for 6 fucking hours and literally talk.
Now, let me just also say, Joe could do that.
Oh yeah, I think
Joe could do it. He doesn't want to, and he's great when he has a cast with him. But Joe could definitely do that. The problem,
you want to know why? Yeah.
The problem with it is if Joe did that, he wouldn't be number one,
and he'd be in a lot more trouble with a lot of things he has to say about people.
Yes, when we know what happens when Joe goes on solo.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
But that's also what makes the his platform good, because he can have those moments, but then kind of get caught by the fact that there's somebody else there. Especially now with Flip being there, he kind of helps contrast the, how like save Joe snapping. How he exactly. Sure. Flip would come in there and
I mean,
get him right back.
I want to be fair to Ice and Ish. They will too.
Oh yeah,
at times they will definitely. I mean, some of the greatest Joe Budden podcast arguments I've ever heard have been between Joe and Ish. Them two will get at each other's necks.
They
pause, but that's what I like about it. So like a lot of people are like said they checked out once Rory and Mal left.
Yeah,
I was with Joe. I was at my wit's end with both of them. That shit ended right when I wanted it to.
Yeah,
I was tired of that shit. It was clear that they hated it. It was clear that they didn't like each other anymore. And I wanted that shit to be. I was happy when that shit came to an end.
I remember we were talking about that back when that shit happened. It was like, man, is this shit over with? Is these motherfuckers done? Is they going their separate way? Can these dudes actually go off and, be successful with just them two and not, with Joe Budden? Is like, I think they've been doing a decent job as far as like, branching off with themselves. Really, when you think about it, those two guys, you didn't really know anything about them until you start seeing them, on the Joe Budden podcast. So
what I will say about Rory and Mal is aesthetically, it looks like it's good and it looks like it's working, but I don't think it is.
No, they need.
They do a real good job of making it look like they're doing well, but
they need a viral moment. They haven't had one in a while, which is sad to say because I think that's really what this goes by. Yeah, this is really what the business goes by,
and they never will.
That's unless they literally jumped out the window and says, anytime they speak on Joe, it's going to be talked about. But any other topic that they speak on or have a take on it, I don't ever see anybody like, yo, Mal said this about so-and-so, or did y'all hear what Rory said? It was like,
I also feel like at this point, they're kind of just doing it just because they think that
I got to prove it.
They think that they should.
Yeah.
Like,
Rory, I feel like Rory should just focus on what he's trying to do with music. Mal should focus on putting emojis under bitches' pages and shit.
Yeah.
I sorry, but it's just I can't watch him.
Put your pride aside and call your brother. Go work for Hove.
Yeah.
Why are you here?
Hold up. Put pride aside. Wait, what are you?
Mal is Big's brother. You know Hove's Jay-Z's best friend,
Big's birth.
That's his brother. Mal is his brother. He grew up with Jay-Z around. Why are you here? Go do something else. Go find something to do. And I really do feel like, based on things that he said on the podcast over the past years, is it's just pride. It's kind of like, I'm broke, but I don't want to go ask my friend that is super rich for a loan. It's like, bro, just go, but then go find a job then. You ain't got to go beg, but you're in the industry already. You have value. You know music.
And despite people not watching you guys like they could be, they still know who you are.
And he's not a good podcaster. He was always the weak link.
You talking about Maul?
Yes.
Yeah.
Maul was always the weak link. As long as he was a part of that show, he was always the weak link. He was the weak link forever. And I don't mean that disrespectfully, because I like Maul. I like Maul. I think he's funny. He has the ability to be funny. But bro, you don't need to do a podcast.
No.
Like, it's not. Who was? I think Joe was just saying it. Like, stop picking up mics. Just go put the mic down. He said this. Like, put the mic down.
I know they trying to be in a conversation of like everything that's going on as far as like music wise, but not even that. I don't think people even pay attention to like their music takes. You know what I'm saying? Like they
don't.
They speak heavily on a lot of things going on in music, and I see the clips. I subscribe to their channel.
So do I. I just don't turn the sound on.
I don't click on the videos. I just kind of see what's going on, what they're talking about. I see them post up, the little, thumbnails that kind of look crazy or whatever, Photoshop thumbnails, and I'll just let it go.
And they get every once in a while they get a good guest or two because they have connections.
But see, that's how you know though that somebody is trying to reach for more engagement by the thumbnails that they're using as well, or like the titles. Like for instance, the Joe Budden podcast. All they have to do is post up a picture of all of them just standing there on the fucking balcony and episode whatever.
Yeah,
people gonna pull up. With them, they got to put Maul's head on a donkey and shit, and like Rory flying as an eagle and shit, and be like, we talking about some random, you know what I mean? Like
Rory chasing Maul's butt.
Yeah, chasing the butt on the thumbnail and shit. So it's like,
oh no,
you could tell. I'll be paying attention to shit like that, man.
Have you listened to Rory's music? What is it? Is it him or is it just produced by him?
Rory is like the fire crotch version of DJ Khaled.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah,
I've never clicked on it, so I don't know, but
that's pretty much it. I heard some good reviews about it. I haven't listened to the album.
He works with good artists.
Yeah,
he works with good artists.
They put people on to people, so I give them that credit.
So focus on that.
Yeah, especially if you feel like you have a lane for that.
Yeah, I think Rory and Maul ended up signing a pretty decent deal with some. What was it?
For their podcast, right?
Yeah, Shade 45, Sirius
but see,
XM stuff. So they might just be finishing out a contract.
Yeah, exactly? What's going to happen next after this? Is your contract going to be renewed? They're going to look at the numbers, look at everything, and be like, "Well,"
I would be shocked to find out that their numbers are any good at all. I don't know anybody that listens or watches. I don't know a single person that listens or watches.
It's pretty much just the hanger-oners from the Joe Budden podcast who feel like they either have to support Rory and Maul because it's Rory and Maul, or the people that just, I guess, somehow enjoy their content. But I don't see these people talking about it.
Like it's only the people that supported their side in the divorce.
Right.
And clearly that wasn't that many people because Joe's podcast only got bigger after they left.
Yeah.
And now they got Flip and Melissa Ford there too.
And they just had Stephen A on today.
Oh my God. I'm in the middle of it actually.
Yeah, I can't wait to listen to that shit.
Yeah. Stephen A
revealed some things on there.
Highly entertaining. He revealed a couple of things. I mean, we could talk about one of them.
What, the Shannon shit?
Yeah.
That shit, that actually pissed me off when I heard.
You believe him?
I do. Because I don't take Stephen A to be the person to like throw Skip or any other like platform like that under the bus unless there was like something that was happening where he felt like he had to address it.
Yeah, I think I mostly agree. I mean, we'll find out pretty quickly if it was bullshit.
Well, exactly.
I think Shannon would come out and be like, that's not true.
Yeah. So
Shannon would come out correct.
But then you look back at how that ended and what happened. Yep. It didn't look like he wanted to leave. Didn't. He was clearly pissed off about the decision. Yeah. So there has to be some validity to that, to what he's saying.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And when he said it, correct me if I'm wrong, because I didn't hear the clip. I was just conversating with somebody about it, but I guess he also said that they didn't want him at first take. He had to fight for him.
Yes.
So
correct.
It's like, I don't understand that. Undisputed was a big show. Shannon was going viral every fucking week.
Yep.
What made them be like, nah, we don't want it?
Yeah, Shannon was the show.
Exactly.
Not Skip. Like, and I like Skip. Mm-hmm. Like, I think Skip is really good, but Skip needed Shannon more than Shannon needed Skip.
Facts.
So
he's good at his job. He's good at what he does. So I think I think there is some type of validity to that. I think that they were trying to.
So why do you think they chose him?
First take?
Why do you think they chose to get rid of him rather than Skip? Or anybody for that matter?
Well, here's the thing. They just like Stephen A, they're not gonna get rid of Skip because Skip is undisputed. That he went over there like FS1. That's like he put that shit on his back. Yep. So that's not gonna happen. But I think that they chose Shannon because they felt like they could bring in or revamp the show in a different way. For some reason, I don't understand the motive. I can't say that it was logic behind it because it's like,
it's not gonna work.
Yeah, how are you making a decision to push somebody out who is constantly having your show go viral every fucking week?
Yep.
Every week.
Yep.
People literally are waiting.
I have a theory.
To hear what's gonna happen.
I have a theory, and I think it's a strong theory. I think Skip marched his ass into the office and said, I want him gone, and you better not fucking tell him I said it. That's what I think happened.
You think he pulled a Stephen A on Max Kellerman?
I think he got him up out of here. 100%.
But what would be the motive behind that? What you say?
Ego. Ego.
Because he knew that Shannon was taking over?
Yep. It's ego. Or even more, he didn't think Shannon was taking over. He thought, I'm the show. And he pissed me off. I don't think he really liked him.
Yeah, they were talking about the time when something happened between them and Shannon didn't show up to work the next day.
Yeah, they got in an argument over the DeMar Hamlin thing.
Yep.
Yeah. Which Shannon was right about.
And Skip being somebody that's like, I will not have somebody that I brought onto my show defy me.
That was the end of it right there. That was the end of it right there to me. And I think that's probably that day he marched into that office and said, I want him gone. And you better not tell him that I came and said it.
See, but this is why I have more respect for Stephen A. Smith, because he actually let it be known that he got Max Kellerman up out of there.
Yes.
I don't agree with it, but it's like, hey, I did what I did because I'm flexing my power with what I got.
Yeah.
Which is also what he said. I heard that clip when he talked about how if he don't want you over at first take, you're not coming.
Yep.
And it's so much so that if you get denied coming here, other places gonna be like, well, why do we want you if the person at the top don't even want to fuck with you?
Yeah. Yep.
So I think he understands his power now.
And now Skip done drowned himself out.
Which is the dumbest. That's why it doesn't make sense.
You lost your own show.
Yeah.
You kicked out the guy that's making your show what it is. And now you brought in 3 guys that are probably going to squeeze your ass out because they're way more entertaining and fun to listen to talk than you.
And they're actual ex-football players.
Right.
Who
some of the greatest.
Regardless if Skip has amazing takes on sports. God damn it, bro. Richard Sherman.
Yes, Richard Sherman.
Michael Irvin.
Yes.
And what's my guy's name, man? Keyshawn
Johnson. That's right, Keyshawn.
I had to think about that for a second.
Why would you do that to yourself? Why would Skip do that to himself?
Skip put himself in a bukkake. It's over now. You're ruined.
So Keyshawn is just a good pundit, right? He didn't have the career that either of those 2 guys had. I mean, he had a really good career.
Yeah.
But Richard Sherman, Michael Irvin, Hall of Fame. Keyshawn, I don't think so. Maybe. I don't really know.
Just based on his knowledge is the reason why.
But Michael Irvin is one of the most entertaining human beings on the planet.
Who doesn't need co-hosts
at all.
at all, bro.
At all.
He don't need that shit.
I don't know if do you listen to Flagrant 2, Andrew Schultz podcast?
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah.
Did you ever listen to the one that they have Michael Irvin on?
No.
Oh my God. I
heard it was super
strongly recommend everybody go. It was probably a year or two ago. Go listen to that right now. Michael Irvin is one of the greatest human beings to listen to speak on the planet.
Facts.
So I'm not sure what went into his decision. Maybe they fucked him. Maybe they were like, "Oh, you made us get rid of him. Now this is happening." Maybe the network's punishing Skip.
Yeah, maybe FS1 is like, all right, we
because FS1, you'd think whoever's in charge over there, I don't know who it is.
Yeah,
you'd think they'd be fully aware of what, like, getting rid of Shannon is not a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
You would think, who at least like the show producers, like, you think somebody's sitting behind the camera going, "Yep, that guy's got to go." Like, no,
they have a department for social media and all that shit. Y'all should understand what him being on the show does for y'all.
Major L. That's actually what made me wonder initially if Stephen A was lying or saying it to get clicks or views or whatever.
Yeah, but that'll be something like that. It'll be hard to explain why you lied about that.
That's
like,
true.
why would you just say that shit knowing that there could be proof that
somebody might have lied to him.
Mm.
He could just be telling the lie that he was.
What if it was Shannon that told him that?
Then we might be ready.
When they had that
then
conversation.
we might be gearing up for a shitstorm.
Could be.
I feel like either way. Anytime Stephen A goes on like a Joe Budden podcast, shitstorm's coming.
Them niggas was supposed to have a debate about LeBron and Jordan. That was the whole point of them coming together and doing the show in the first place. I don't even know if do you remember that, but they got into it about the LeBron versus Michael Jordan shit, and Stephen A was like, "I'll come up there and soon as the playoffs done, I'll pull up on you."
I'm gonna be honest with you. That's where I left off on today's episode.
Really?
Yes. They're in the middle of the debate. That's where I left off. So
interesting.
So when I leave here, I'll be finishing up that conversation.
Facts.
Joe's not prepared for that.
You don't think so?
No.
He was so ready and so prepared. Like, he seemed like he was so prepared. Like, he didn't hesitate at all.
I think he has to come off that way, and maybe he is that confident in himself. But we're talking about Stephen A.
I mean, but now if Joe fumbled the bag on debating this man, and it took this long for them to actually do the episode, and you didn't actually like try to do no valid research and try to help yourself in this situation,
he did it. He did it, and he broached it. And Stephen A said, "I mean, you have to bring it up."
You have to.
And then they started talking about Winning Time, which is the Lakers show on HBO. And Stephen A said, "See, here's why you're not ready for this, because I don't need Winning Time to have this conversation. They're just referencing shit that happened in Winning Time." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, y'all are in trouble. Y'all
that
are in
like a fun
trouble."
show. I can't wait to hear that shit.
Yeah, it was pretty good so far. What else do we got? We got any more topics? Any more? Yeah, wrap it up.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Once
again, another good one, man.
Another great one, man.
We too good at this shit.
It's the best. Ain't nobody,
I can't front. We too good at this shit, man.
Yeah, there ain't nobody else that does it like this. So we'll be back again next week.
Always, man. Stay in tune, man. Continue to share, man. Continue to like. Continue to subscribe to both channels, man. Live on Lake Street, the GMS show. Shout out to GMS fan, man.
And also send us messages, DM us, comment on the videos after they're posted. Give us an idea of a title for the show.
Oh yeah,
we still don't have one.
Yeah, I mean,
we're the new. I'll name this podcast later.
Facts, because I ain't thought of one yet.
Yeah, I don't know yet. I mean, we did have one suggestion, and I won't say on the air, but did I say it last week?
You did say it last week. You already said it.
I did. My bad. I did. That's right.
If you want to know what he said, just go back.
Yeah, go back and watch the first episode. But yeah, this was episode 2. We'll be back for episode 3 in a week. Same channel, same time. Any closing thoughts? Chief, you got any closing thoughts? No? That's it? It's a wrap. Follow me everywhere at Jake Bearcloth 1. Follow us everywhere at Live on Lake Street. Follow you everywhere at the GMS show.
Yep, Black GMS as well. My Instagram, BLACKKGMS.
And subscribe, like, drop comments.
Do your thing.
And we'll be back in a week. That's it. We out.